Um,
Thank you for getting us together like this. Good idea.
so I've already talked a little with both Seymour and Draverax about this, and they had some good ideas on how we could divvy up this work and bring in the rest of the students out of character. If you look at the thread that Tom created, the end of year one, it has some discussions in it.
Oh, I have to consult this again.
Where is this?
I search
So
end of year
Eh,
1. Does it come up? End of year 1
So
thread.
So at the top right, next to the pinned messages little thing, is little threads. And then
little
you can go-
hashtag.
Yeah, little hashtag.
Okay.
thing.
See.
I've opened the thread there. It should be active for everyone.
Well,
Um,
I certainly can talk to Nora. I mean, she and I are pretty close, and we have a extracurricular together. So there's a chance I can get her to think about at least the key, if anything.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we're gonna want her
Nancy.
cooperation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Either to like recommend how we can get into the manor and keep the faculty away, or just to get in. Like,
It's also keeping those pesky robot things away. No offense, Finn.
Not a robot.
Right. You're not a robot. I know. It just I don't really understand the full difference between you and one of those wheelie things, other than you don't have a wheel, and you're like cool. So maybe that's it.
You seem nervous, Aogen.
Just I got called sizes the other day, and I'm really confused about a lot of things now.
Oh no. Oh
Well,
no.
But
Um,
carry on.
People
Fiend.
often look at me strange as well. So, it takes a while for people to adjust. Eventually, they will get used to the way that you are and come to love the new you. People liked the way that you were. They like you. So, even though you're the same, you
Oh.
look different. It's gonna take a little bit of time. It'll be all right. You'll be strong after this. Actually, from it.
I hope
Sven,
so.
Aegon brings up a good point about the butler at Dapplewing Manor that we have already encountered. Just kind of thinking, is there something you could do about it, or that your creator could do something and help us out with either making it a sentry for us, or helping us, or just deactivating it so it doesn't like report on us? 'Cause that's also going to be a key, because this has to be kept from the faculty at all points.
Well, other than a real enthusiasm for lubricating, I am not certain I don't have a very deep understanding of that particular construct. I could ask, I forgot his name, Ruxum. I could attempt to contact Ruxum and see if they had any advice for tinkering with a being like that.
I mean, it's certainly worth a shot. If nothing else, we can also ask Nora.
Oh, what
But
about that shell that was like your dad? What if we use them for like a sentry point?
Not my
know?
dad. Yes, I could attempt to contact Ruxum, but I do not think that Ruxum will be interested in being a lookout for a college freshman mixer.
That's fair. Well, we can see what we can do, but there is the other part. So I know you work with Javernesh, right? At the tavern.
Yes, I do work with Javernesh. I have not talked to them in some time.
Well, you two are probably our best bet. Maybe all of the dirges are our best bet of getting music and like food and cocktails, food and drink for this place. Because outside of you guys, I don't know how else we're going to acquire that easily.
Yes, I do check in our orders, and I am familiar with our distributor. I could certainly add some items to our next order.
Well, that would be good. Yep. We should
We
definitely
will
plan
need some amount of budget for that.
Well, I have 170 gold for this entire party. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. And like out of character, Prosperian has very little concept of what money buys. Just throwing that out there.
That tracks.
It's just one banana, Michael. How much could it cost? $10?
So, yeah. I don't know how much.
Sorry.
Liked it.
No,
See,
I
I
just mean
liked
like Bill Gates, massive philanthropist. Also, how much can it cost? $10. Wait, was that Bill Gates?
No, that was a joke from Arrested Development.
Damn, but there is something that Bill Gates did that was like that.
There is 100%, yes, something that Bill Gates said.
History repeats, isn't that crazy?
Well, life imitates art for sure.
Right.
Okay.
There is one avenue that I had thought of. We could find out if the Entrepreneurs Club would be interested in sponsoring the party in exchange for some advertising and brand presence.
Now that's an idea I had not thought of. I mean, I definitely think that is a good, something really good to try.
I don't know whatever you said, but it sounds really smart.
I believe that if we would be able to bring some awareness to some of the products that the Entrepreneurs Club is working on, then they would perhaps be interested in helping us find some budget for refreshments and other supplies.
I think we can certainly start there before we start throwing money around. Or even if they can supplement, what we need. That would certainly be worth a shot. Does anybody here have a relationship with somebody like in that club?
Well, I am working on something with Grayson. I would be able to bring it up with him and we could pitch it to the club.
Yeah. No, that sounds Sounds perfect to me.
Pitch it to the clubs? That's interesting. Yeah, I guess if we ran it past every club, each club member, all the club members can talk amongst each other, and then they can decide as a club if they even want to do it. Does that make sense?
You know, you bring up an interesting point. My first thought when you mentioned that we might tell all of the clubs about it is that that might be a
Too many.
security risk. However, it also presents something of a security opportunity. If we were to tell each club that the location was somewhere different, and
Oh, I love that. We
happens
made that
at
the
only
first
one of those
activity.
places.
Great idea. If we made it like some sort of first activity for all the clubs as part of the party, they had to do like a road rally. They would probably have so much fun with it. So that they have to go on like a little like scavenger hunt and get something for the party the night of. They're like, it's like part of the event, and then they all show up on time, hopefully.
Now that is a very interesting thing.
It will also clear them away from the party for a little bit before the event, so that we have a little bit of time right at the beginning to just make sure that we're there. We know that they're doing the rally. They're talking to us through. We'll have to ask Drazimir if he knows who are. We'll figure out who's coming. Maybe I'll probably ask Javernesh to join us. But Ilgan, you're so good at flying between you and Javernesh. Maybe you guys can just cover that with some sky flying and communication. We'll know of all the locations around. We'll make the locations pretty close to the manor, right? So that we can spy on them.
Out of game, is there anything that we can use as like portals?
Ooh, interesting.
Like mechanically?
No, you're the level you're at.
Okay.
Or with the gold that you've got.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry. I can only make rifts that go 90 feet for a moment. Between my location, I'm used as like a black hole generator essentially for a moment.
I do
A wormhole, I guess, not a black hole.
like the idea of either giving the cliques or giving the individual clubs some sort of scavenger hunt to collect.
Okay.
As Finn said, just mainly for security purposes, it would probably be the easiest way to help with ensuring our location remains as unknown as possible.
We just went one at a time, yeah.
Because I'm not 100% sure how else
Well,
to make it like not noticeable by the faculty. That's one of the biggest challenges here, is just faculty knowing.
okay. Is there any faculty that we trust? No. Not even Plarg?
I mean, I feel like Plarg
He's
probably
chaotic. He
I mean,
kinda
he
be fun,
probably
man.
would have been okay with it.
I kind of almost wanted to invite him. He was such a joy last semester, but you know, we probably
faculty.
shouldn't tell any faculty. You're right. No faculty. Just
We've-
us class. He'd be like, I know how to dance. Look. He probably knows some good moves. Anyway. If something goes wrong though during the event, what do we do? Guys, like if something goes weird. Do we have any adults that we were telling outside of teachers?
Not particularly.
Okay.
We're not expecting
You got
anything to go wrong here.
My lips are totally sealed then. I'm not telling any adults. It's just between us.
Cut to a scene where
And-
Seymour.
No. When have I ever changed my mind?
Okay, so
But
we
I mean,
have.
to Seymour's
Go ahead.
point, though, having some kind of contingency plan makes sense. I mean, not
That's
that
right.
obviously none of us are planning or expecting anything to go wrong, but I mean, this is Strixhaven, and we ran into a box that was a mimic, like, on our first day, so
Got an octopus on my head. Like, first thing I stepped on the school ground.
I mean, we have all been inside of Dapplewing Manor. We do know that it is.
first.
I mean,
Everwing?
yeah,
And there was
but
fire
it's
snakes,
also
last thing I remember.
like it
No,
also
no,
has a
cursed is a great
sentry
word.
like at all times. Like that's one of the things. I don't know if the other places necessarily do.
Right.
Actually, some of them do, but you have to be like late at night because we did almost get caught that one time.
I'm gonna ask Aurora, because we're gonna need a band playing. For
She's in a
sure.
band, isn't she?
Yeah. I think it's I don't know if the band name is the Dregs. The Dreads. But
The
I'm pretty sure.
Dirges.
The Dirges. He like
Hmm.
shakes his mind around. The Dirges, perhaps it was. That sound is correct. Dresimir might actually be in it. We should ask him.
We had
He should be.
planned
He
on
should be at
using
this
them.
table right now. I want Dresimir on the planning committee. I think, guys.
No, just us for right now.
Ah. Okay. Bye.
Once again, we have to keep this as low as possible until we are fully ready to ensure that word doesn't get out to.
Yeah, I assume this is
faculty.
before you even invited Drasimir, to be honest with you, because
Yeah.
like you had an invitation to give them, so I'm assuming that was much later on in the year than it is now.
Speaking of low, can we get a limbo pole? You think a limbo? It's pretty inexpensive. You can use the workout equipment. Maybe Greta can bring it over.
I say that if we are going to invite anyone at all, maybe we should just invite designated people from each clique.
Okay. So individuals versus cliques.
Right, because I mean, the
Okay.
more people chatter together, and if you provide some like semblance of exclusivity, almost, they might be more inclined to keep things a little quiet for the time being.
We choose a representative from each one, you say?
Yeah, and then I mean, if they're all willing and designated to help us, they can, they can allocate certain roles or tasks to their
True.
friends, and then I mean, collectively, we'll have to find some way of letting everyone know where everything is.
Yeah. No, I think that's a fair thing to do here. I mean, at the very least, I will invite Talana from the Reginas.
Thank you. I thought so.
Um,
I haven't added her to the list yet, but
I mean, I
thank you.
think we have to invite, or Xanther needs to come just because of his popularity with everybody. I will think that he will be a good asset in not only just for the other students, but also just across campus in our needs. His ability to friend anybody is remarkable.
Well, that's a security hazard, unfortunately. I believe Dravarax, I believe your boyfriend presents a significant security hazard, actually. He's very popular.
Yeah,
If
just
somebody hears that he's going to a party,
don't
they're
actually
going to be
invite
quite
him.
jealous.
Yeah, I like that. That's funny.
Your boyfriend,
Um,
he's so popular.
That is an insane take, Seymour. It's an absolutely insane take.
He's like grinning at you big. But wait, after all we've been through, you know what I mean? That'd be crazy not to have him here. How long has he been? How long has he been camped? Did he camp like one night on the rug near the fireplace here? I bet he loved your big recliner, your big Loxodon recliner that you got.
trying to work out if this is a euphemism or something.
No, I meant like the seats over here behind us.
Okay.
Loxodon recliner is just canon now.
Yeah. Your big Loxodon recliner.
Recliner. Well, shit. So, all right, everyone, let's pick. So you got. All right, you have Talana. That's your
Yeah.
one. You've got your one.
Yeah, for the Reginas. So
you
we still
invited
need-
Drazimir, right? Are you
This
again?
isn't happening
All right,
that hasn't happened yet.
Drazimir.
We're at
Okay.
the like out of character. We're at the like planning stage before any invites have even gone out.
Okay, but this is all right. So those are your ones, and then Dravarax, you're gonna have your boyfriend.
Well, we're inviting people, a representative from every clan. So I have Talana from the Reginas. So we still need one, and I said Xanther just because.
Let me look at the clicks again. Yeah.
He's friends with everybody besides Aurora.
Right. So we'll definitely need someone from. Make sure the Dirgers are there, otherwise she'll get upset. If it never got out. So.
I mean, I could invite Drazimir too, I guess.
Okay.
He is in the dirges, unless we want to invite Aurora, but I
am
don't
ready
think that's a
for
good
it.
idea.
I am friends with like all of the campus queens. So
Okay.
they're pretty much covered. If we want, for whatever tasks we give them to help with,
Well, Sven had already talked about wanting to talk to Grayson anyway, so why don't we invite Grayson then? Have Sven invite Grayson to this
okay.
little representative meeting. So we still need the mystery moguls and somebody from the Dirges. Anybody have a particularly good relationship with anybody there?
I gotta turn you up a little bit, Spirit.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry, I wasn't looking at my microphone.
That's all right. I can turn you up a bit more.
You don't need to
Sometimes
look
I do
into
down.
it. For a microphone, you just have to speak into it.
Oh,
and then that's how it works.
okay. Wow.
If you cross your eyes looking at it, you speak louder too. Probably not great for my eyes, but all right. I like our list so far though. No one like stands out as like bad. The only thing they do see as an issue is that when my person that I select right now is either Javernesh, Melbathorn, I look at Dravarax. Melbathorn going to be a problem if I choose him. Them.
I mean, I assume everyone, even Aurora, is going to be there eventually, so that's fine.
Oh, you think everybody's getting invited? Okay. We're not inviting.
Wouldn't
like,
that be a
3
bigger
people?
risk to not
I don't
invite?
know.
Don't want
students?
I just don't want anyone with like mind blockers there. You know what I mean? Something weird. That makes sense.
I mean, that makes sense, but I just don't want someone to feel left out enough that they choose to do something hasty.
Well, I mean, if you have a good relationship with Melbathorn, then
Yeah,
we
I
can
do.
invite him to this little meeting that we're having, and then we still need somebody from the Dirges.
Well, and I have a bad relationship with Javernesh, so let's not invite him. Or I could try and make good and invite them, but they're I don't know, guys. They're kind of a troublemaker, honestly.
I believe
The-
I technically have a good relationship with Javernesh.
I'll invite him. I feel like this is a perfect way to make up for maybe some of the shit, the roughhousing I did. We've been doing so good this year. I really was a bully in the early part of the year to him. I feel kind of bad. Now,
Let's
now
say
that time has
part of
passed.
a band that would cover music, no, and it gives them like a good platform for their stuff.
Alright, I'll do Aurora's. I'll bring Aurora. I want my cousin. I want family there, obviously. That's a good point. He's like
Well,
picking at his teeth a little bit, just clearing. Oh, Aiden. Oh, sorry.
so
Prospering it's all yours. Sorry. But
well, I mean, I don't have any issues with Aurora, but for this meeting of clique representatives that we're attempting to, divvy out all of this work that we need to do, if we also invite Xanther, those two are going to be issues. They have
Agreed on that.
very poor. I mean, they don't get along, which is why I'm hesitant to invite Aurora to this particular meeting.
they more like kicks back, crosses his like leg bigly over the other, so that the ankle sits on the knee. He like staples his fingers, leaning back in the chair. Don't you love the drama though, Prospering? Come on, yeah. Of all people, don't you love the drama?
No, I don't. I don't. Not when we're planning something.
Everything
It needs to go perfectly.
has to go perfectly. Okay. It sounds like Talana talking.
Well, I mean, then we just kind of schedule a meeting around not having those two in the same room at the same time. I mean, Dravarax is super close with Xanther anyway. It's not like Xanther wouldn't know what's going on, and I mean,
That's fair.
she's your cousin, Seymour. I mean, I'm
Just
assuming
expect her to act correctly, as mother and father would have taught us. She comes from good parents too. Like, she should know better. I mean,
then maybe you stay in charge of that. Plus, I mean, if she's there on account of trying
playing
to get
music. She's the
fans
band.
noticed,
Why
yeah.
should she fight? Why would there be a fight? Unless somebody's throwing things at the band. That's how I
Yeah.
expect it to start. Somebody throws something at the band, has had a little bit of Hobbit leaf or whatever, and has just gotten a little bit a little rowdy. Somebody's gonna cast something during the night, you know what I mean? At somebody else as like a joke, and then it'll go too far, and it won't be super funny. Or
I think
gelatinous
people-
cube shows up because people are messing around and being unfortunately.
Oh,
silly.
that's it. Let me write that down a second. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Stay.
Overall, I think people have had enough shenanigans for this year that I think
I'll catch a giant scorpion for everybody real quick. It'll be funny.
But to that point though, if we designate, I mean, and Nora probably will be able to help with this a lot. If we designate some wings of Dapplewing Manor off limits, and we keep everything pretty contained, it might not go so badly.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. I had already planned on, especially people can't get into faculty offices that are there, like counseling offices as well. I don't want to be responsible for any compliance issues that this campus may have.
Plus,
Now it's canon that
isn't most of the party happening in the mirror?
that would be the plan.
So it's kind of a Gavender Tunty thing just to get everyone in through the mirror in Dapplewing Manor. So if they manage to just get in, most of the excitement is found in getting through the mirror to a separate plane, so I think we should be fine. We
But
just need someone posted at the mirror, I think.
I think we're gonna have a little bit of a space issue if we put all of the food and all of the alcohol into the mirror, along with everybody and a band.
Fair.
So there is also that. I'm not really sure if I can make it bigger. The most I could probably do is attempt to rearrange it to get rid of, like, quite honestly, like the changing room and make that into the bar band area. But then people won't be able to change. They would have to come like pre-prepared. Or they could use, I guess they could just use Dapplewing to change.
Yeah, we could designate a room in there. I mean, I'm just thinking like less of a mess to leave behind in Dapplewing.
Good idea. Yep. Okay, we can plan on that then. Designating a room for everybody to, multiple rooms for people to change into. Okay. Well, I think we have a list of everybody we're going to invite to this initial party planning meeting.
Aurora, Javernesh for me. Maybe Melwithorn. That's about it for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pick one
Sounds
from
good.
each, I would say. Two of them are in the same group, aren't they?
Well, that's my... Talana's already on the Silk Ball team. And I'm on the Silk Ball team. And Javernesh is on the Silk Ball team. And Melwithorn is on the Silk Ball team. So, I'm just inviting the whole Silk Ball team.
Say that, okay. But you're doing it by clicks, though, is the plan, or?
Basically the entire Silk Ball team, plus Aurora to do music. And she's friends with Javernesh. So
yeah, but it's because they're in the cliques, is that right, Spirit? You were saying that?
That was, I mean, that's what I've been
it's like
planning out this entire time.
It's been half of it, so it works.
We would invite one person from every single clique.
Okay.
Just out of character from what I have, it was Talana for the Reginas. We had Xanther just coming because he's essentially part of all cliques. We also had Melwithorn for the Mystery Moguls. And then we were going to invite Aurora from the Dirges, and Grayson from the Campus Queens. We actually don't need to invite Javernesh anymore. And for Nora, I mean, we can invite her, but it was more of a, we could have a just ad hoc meeting with her.
She's kind of a goody two-shoes. She's like best friends with the teachers.
So I see Talana, Melwithorn, Aurora, Grayson, obviously Xanther, and who? There's like 4 people there. Oh, there's 4 cliques. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that should be it.
Okay.
Yeah, Nora's kind of an ad hoc meeting because she's got most of the access to everything.
So that's what I have there. So we want to have a meeting first, and then we want to maybe think about, like, and at the meeting you're going to try and get the things done, that list?
Yeah, essentially the initial meeting would be, or this meeting here with all those people would be to plan out all of the tasks that we need to.
Got you.
And then divvy up the work depending on what people want to take.
Makes sense. Okay, sweet. Okay.
Are we just calling it the pool party though? What are we referring to the event as?
I am expecting Dravax to come up with the name and the invites.
The PPP, Prosperines Pool Party. Done.
you know what? If that's what we all want to call it, then we can.
3P. Triple P.
I am the
certainly no
sun.
one would
I am the
argue
air.
with
I hope somebody gets that reference. Okay, so with that breaking the music, it sounds like you all have a plan. And all of you think warmly upon this moment as you step into the portal and you begin your second examination, second trial, sorry, of the final year to get your mascot and join your college of choosing. As you, that's too loud, walk through the portal, you are greeted by a familiar face, and standing at the side of the portal you've just come through is Dika, the fractal theorist, and she smiles at you and she says, "Well, this is good. I'm glad to see you all again, and it's nice to see you all, well, in one piece. I heard there were some problems with the portal on the way to the winter festival."
Nothing we couldn't handle.
That pleases me greatly, because you are about to, well, have your trial for Quandrix now. Are any of you hopefuls for Quandrix?
Yes, I was planning on joining Quandrix.
Sven? Okay.
Sven. Good. Well, it is only by combining substance and theory that a Quandrix student can hope to understand the truths of the world. Because of this, it is in a world full of theory that you will be sent to, where you must understand what the meaning of the substance you see before you is, and find your way back. When you are ready to begin the test, please step through this portal here. And all of a sudden, this kind of, you were standing in a room that looked to be like a workshop, and had like bits of wood to the one side, and like a bit of broken glass on the floor, and kind of like the tables with they got like those things that you turn in it, like a clamp, I think it's called, like a school wood shop, I guess would be. I don't even know what we called it, but I guess that's
Well,
a
it'd
good.
be a clamp or a vice,
Yeah, sure.
depending on if it was mounted.
And the broken glass on the floor and the wood all of a sudden swings towards you all and stops about 6 feet away, where it begins to form quite an elaborate structure. The glass kind of becoming almost like a stained glass representation of what you're about to step into, which I'll say in a second, and the wood being a frame around it. As the glass forms, you see that there are 3 clear pictures on it, and each you kind of see these visions like moving before you, like almost like a. Do any of you ever remember watching the Snowman cartoon? We're walking on the air. That thing. No, is that a
I
British
only
thing?
know Frosty. I only know Frosty.
Okay, well, it's like you see kind of representations of yourselves, but it's like in a watercolor that keeps on juttering about and can't quite form itself properly. And in the top one, you see yourselves as you are now. In the bottom left, you see yourselves as withered and on all fours, sort of reaching out. And in the right-hand side, you'll see yourselves as strong and like armored and successful.
Ah, much better.
Your future awaits, friends. Please step through.
Fractal with me? He's in my backpack, right? Hello?
Sure, yeah.
Mister? Mister, are you here? Zip.
You hear the sliding of glass from your backpack.
Oh, good. Pat him on the...
Sven will walk through.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll prospering.
It follows Sven. The fractal does, and then Seymour follows.
and Dravrax?
Okey smokes.
Sven, it bends and warps itself, seeming to like measure your dimensions, and the mirror plating of the fractal floats off of your body, but it accents your armor and will take your advice on how to plate as long as it's active. That will just be its walking order. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
So as you go in, all of a sudden the color of the workshop and everything is stripped from you. You are in the same workshop, but everything is this shade of green-gray, and nothing has substance anymore. The theories of Quandrix are substance and theory. Those are the two schools of thought. And it seems like you are in a plane that is much like the material one that you're used to in Arcavios, but everything here is, you know, in Lord of the Rings when Frodo puts on the ring and it's this harrowing, wind-swept version of the same plane?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but maybe slightly less harrowing. The shapes that you can see of the workbenches around you, like fuzz and struggle to maintain their sort of substance, and everything around you seems to bend and twist as soon as you look at it, all again in this shade of green and grey. As you stand there and you look forward, so one rule in the meta, if at any point you need a clue about something, you can use your inspiration to get that. But you see a vision appearing before you, and you hear a voice kind of speak to you as you look forward. The first riddle will appear before you momentarily. As a group, you must unanimously decide on an answer and speak it aloud. You only have 2 minutes after each riddle is given to decide what your answer will be. Do you all understand?
Yes.
Green light.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Aww. We got this.
Okay. So the first one appears before you. What looks like a glass statue of Eldoth appears before you. It begins to sink into the ground before it disappears entirely. Why? I'll read it one more time.
Can you type it as well?
I wanted to do this by voice, but
I wonder if my water dancing or silk ball training will help at all with the coming trial. We shall see.
yeah, there's no reason I can't type it.
I'm feeling limber today.
What looks like a glass statue of Eldoth appears before you. It begins to sink into the ground before it disappears entirely. Why? Your time starts now.
Could it be because of the horizon?
We have to collectively think of an answer.
It's made of ice and it's melting. It's on water and it's sinking. Horizon is good. It does say ground, so sinking into water doesn't make as much sense. Is there, I don't know, Dreverax, do you know anything about Eldoth that might help us with this?
You would think so, but other than this riddler has spelled their name incorrectly, I can't think of anything. I assume the O for the A was just a mishap.
Just a typo, yeah.
Okay, just checking. It's part of the clue.
Part of the clue. So do we actually see this happening, or do we just have like
30 seconds remaining. You
Gotcha.
see it happening. This just happens in front of you. It's in the same shape though. It's in the same shape and color as the rest of the plane of existence you're on.
Can I make a check to like deduce why it's happening?
No, this is going to be player based if possible. You can deduce a check if you want to use your inspiration. Okay, if you want to try and get an inspiration with an extra minute, you can. Otherwise, I'm going to need your answer now.
So we're doing 2 minutes in real life?
Hell yeah!
And what are the
What?
rules about the entire exam? Like, how many riddles are there, and how many do we have to pass?
You don't know these things.
All right, then I guess I'm not going to use my inspiration on this one because I don't even have a clue.
Okay.
It's in the Lake of Dreams? Like,
Thread in our Discord so that we can all just focus
It's
on
disappearing.
that chat.
Yeah, our answer is it's disappearing beyond the horizon as it moves away from us.
Is
Sounds
that
good to
what
me.
everyone wants to say?
Works for me.
Okay.
sure?
You all of a sudden feel yourselves withering. Can you make me a con save, please?
Constitution.
Yes, please.
Okay, open it up. Who's rolling an 8? Come on now.
8 with a +5, I think I'll be okay.
+5, chunky. He said I'd like
Oh.
to be the tank.
It might help if I open the right
Where
character sheet.
is where's my character?
Sorry, I had it opened. I don't know if that makes a difference, but
He just rolled for me, is that what you're saying?
no, I did not. I
That's
just had
funny.
your character sheet open by accident.
Okay, just waiting for
Alright.
Seymour.
That's what I'm having a hard time finding. There I am. Boy, did I feel rusty just there. Alright. Con save. I'd like to use my inspiration. Maybe. Nah. I think I'll be fine with 17.
Okay. You, Sven and Dravrax, you find yourselves exhausted by the way that the air pulls and tears at you. Can you give yourselves a level of exhaustion, please? What you thought was made of glass was actually made of ice. That was the answer to this riddle. Your next one is going to begin. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. A creature changes forms as it swims in a translucent sphere of liquid. A caterpillar, a lizard, a bird. As you watch the creature, it doesn't drown. Why? A creature changes forms as it swims in a translucent sphere of liquid. A caterpillar, a lizard, a bird. As you watch the creature, it doesn't drown. Why? The time
They're all reflections.
starts now.
Yep, I like that. I like what Driver X said. It's a reflection.
Oh yeah, that works.
Sven, Seymour, how do you feel about that?
I don't want to I don't want to go against that. That sounds good. Let's try it. Reflections in a pond, then?
I mean, yeah, in the
Sphere of
translucent.
liquid, but
yeah. Sven, are you in agreement with that, or do you have a different idea?
Yeah, we can still bounce around other ideas.
Yeah, I'm just considering it, just mulling it over.
Okay, maybe the
A minute's
caterpillar.
gone.
Okay, maybe a caterpillar and a lizard. And what was this other thing? It's the or more significant. There's a third thing. But
Bird.
Bird. Just a bird, okay. I thought
I
at
feel like
first it was
birds
a
like
chain of
that.
like what they would eat.
Right, but no. I mean, maybe, but the point is that it's not drowning.
30 seconds left.
Dravex, I think that makes the most sense.
Can you use your inspiration to get
I'm
another
gonna
minute?
use my inspiration for.
Okay, I'm gonna
We get a
start.
hint as well, right?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Is it a bird feeder?
So
Bird bath?
as you look around, you don't see any of these creatures like in the ethereal plane with you, or like any version of them on the material plane either. And spheres of liquid would tend to refract. It wouldn't be. This looks like a true version of the thing rather than like a warped version, which you would expect on the reflection of a sphere. If it were a reflection.
Great.
This sphere is filled with air, then? Is it?
Yeah, like a gas.
Well, gas is a fluid, but it's not a liquid.
Right.
Well, last time the glass wasn't glass. It looked like glass, but it was ice. So.
Well, there's no mention of glass. It's. I mean, a translucent sphere of liquid could just be like liquid in the shape of a sphere.
Yeah.
Because magic.
Does anybody else want to use their inspiration?
Is it a pet
I
store?
need them for more. Like.
Insight, maybe? Alright, let me see.
We can't do any ability checks.
Oh, I see. True, just true riddles.
Yeah, we never do that, so I want to try it for this one. Hey, I'm going to need to know whether you want to use inspiration or not, or you want to try and guess. There's not that many of these. I will tell you that there's 3, because then it gives you more options, I guess. That is fair.
Hold on to mine for the next one.
Prospering will use his inspiration.
Yeah, we don't have this one. If there are only 3, then we're about to lose more than we can win.
Okay. The other thing is that you note that these are all baby versions of the creature. So the caterpillar
Oh,
is a caterpillar.
oh, guys, it's an egg.
The lizard is like a tiny one, and the bird is a chick.
It's an egg.
It's an
They're
egg.
all in an egg.
Okay, sounds good.
It's an egg. Yay. And a cocoon.
Yeah, right. It's some sort of egg.
The liquid is a womb.
This is your what's your final answer? That's a group. You've still got 30 seconds. So.
Those are all the same thing.
Egg.
Egg.
They're all in an egg.
We're going for egg.
Yeah.
Slash
Yep.
cocoon.
And the vision fades.
Have egg.
And I'm going to need you all to sigh with relief as you got that one correct. Well done.
Ah.
Very good.
A third vision appears. This one is the hardest of all. Well done on the last one. It makes me believe you might be able to do this one where others have not been able. A library with open doors sits empty. Light catches the motes of dust in the windows, but there is no one to be seen. When the doors shut, the library is filled with all manner of creatures, both magic and mundane. Why? I'm going to read this again as I post it.
What a cool scene.
A
I like that.
library
Very
with
evocative.
A library with open doors sits empty. Light catches the motes of dust in the windows, but there is no one to be seen. When the library doors shut, the library is filled with all manner of creatures, both magic and mundane. Why? The time starts now.
We just get an extra minute regardless of when we use inspiration, right?
Yeah.
If anybody is going to use their inspiration, let's just use it now. We'll have 3 minutes and a clue.
I'll use my inspiration right now.
Okay. So take that off. I'll stop the time just for a second as well.
Let's not waste it.
I didn't have
Let's
any
go.
time to think of a
liked
clue.
it.
Fuck.
Benji, I liked how you did it. It was very nice.
Okay, cool.
All right, focus
There-
time. Let me know when the timer's going.
Yeah, one
Oof.
second. So I've got to think of a clue now. Okay, when what appears in the library at night matches what is on the names of some of the spines of the book. I'm gonna start the time again.
Actually. All right.
Could you say that again?
What appears at night, so the creatures both magic and mundane. Some of them, like those that appear, you can see as you look into this library, their names are on the spines of the book. So there might be like a book about unicorns, and this appears. The unicorn then appears at night.
It's not the imagination of the readers, though. Okay.
It's a dream, right? Like,
Someone's imagination is a book.
This is
So
a
someone
metaphor for
imagined it.
dreaming?
Yeah.
Maybe? Because at
Sounds like-
night, all their knowledge, or it's like their subconscious or something.
The library is your mind, and the doors are your eyes. And
Or
when you close
windows,
your
yeah.
eyes, the library is your imagination.
That sounds right.
The
Love
doors
that.
are your eyelids.
The doors are your eyelids.
I mean, I do like the dream part, because it would make sense when your eyes are open, light is coming in.
Yeah.
And when you go to sleep, you think of all types of things, and there is no light, so
Oh,
it is
yeah.
a
If
dream.
you're If you're closing your eyes and monsters are coming out, though, isn't that bad? During the daytime, it's just a library.
Well, the metaphor is that the things that they have knowledge about.
Got a minute left.
Come to life when they dream.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's somebody dreaming.
We're all good. You've got 35 seconds still.
Maybe.
That's a trap. Bonus is trying to trap us
Yeah.
by changing from the right answer.
My Linda, can I have the dungeon delve repeat real fast? It's the trap.
I would never.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's somebody dreaming.
Yeah, I'm good with it. Yes, it is.
Is
Is anyone not good with dream? Going once, going twice. Okay. All of a sudden, the rending, strange feeling of your vitality being pulled from you
No.
becomes easier, and color begins to flood back into the world as you find yourselves crossing from the ethereal plane into the material one. Very good. It is with these studious minds that I hope you go forward and are able to complete the rest of your trials here. Keep in mind, you must always make sure that you think through a problem before you face its substance. And then she creates another portal in front of you. You will be going to Silverquill next. I hope your tongue is as sharp as your wits. Do you all go through the portal, or did you want to ask anything to Dika?
Good.
Hey, I can just go through.
Nice. And as you go through and thinking about having to prepare yourselves for talking, you remember a time you were talking to Talana, Melwathorn, Aurora, Grayson, and Xantha. Now, this meeting you want to have, oh my god, please, just anything that's not those. Sure. How are you going about getting these people? Like, where are you gonna invite them? Are you going to like the cafe to talk, or somewhere more sort of discreet? What would you like to do?
I mean, Prosperine's idea was just to invite them to our dorm, unless somebody had another place they could think of.
I mean, if there's an opportunity to like have them meet us through the mirror, so they kind of get an idea of what's going on.
True. Yeah.
Putting two interdimensional spaces in one another is probably not a good idea, so put the mirror anywhere else.
Yep.
Just blindfold them. Oh, okay. Wait, never mind. Okay, keep
Seymour.
going with your idea.
Can we talk to Nora ahead of time and see if we can't bring the mirror to Dapplewing Manor? Or maybe that's a bad
I don't see why
idea.
not. That's up to the
Yeah, she could probably keep it in storage if she's willing to participate.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, only one way to find out.
I guess so. Do you want to handle that conversation, Aegon, or do you want us to?
I'm not the
Come
most
with.
charismatic person, but she is
I'll
kind of
come.
my friend, so if
Yeah,
anybody else
I'll
wants
come with
to...
you.
Sure, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
plus, you're the one with the mirror, so maybe you could come along too and show her how it works.
Someone's got to help
That's
you
fair.
carry it.
Yeah.
It's very fragile. I want to make
Also,
sure that
yeah, I don't want to carry this by myself.
I got you.
Yeah.
I lift, you know. I wrestle.
I think I can lift you now.
Ah. Do you have true? Let me see your true hands, if I may.
Sure.
Is it your feet? Or do you have
No,
true
I
hands?
have true hands, yeah.
Interesting.
They're like taloned, though.
Clearly Dravrax has been here.
Really, Rex has been here.
He has been
Amazing.
doing your nails. You can see your talons look awesome. Anyway,
Okay, so are you all going to try and find Nora together, or?
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go. How have your studies been, Aegon?
Good. Definitely passed that exam, which is great. So just looking forward to getting through the rest of it.
Let me know if you ever need any study time with another group of people. I like to buddy up.
Sure, yeah. I might not pull an all-nighter, but I can certainly try.
Sure will. If you're there to do the extra studying, I will be.
Good to know.
It's fun.
How can I help?
We're off to see Nora.
You
with?
coming?
Sure.
Great.
Off we go.
Very easy.
Where do we find Nora?
In the teacher's lounge, I imagine.
Are we allowed even in there? Well, I know
The
she
door open.
passes into Dapplewing Manor after one of her classes. So we could probably catch her before she goes in there to be a counselor. So we should try there first.
You want to do that?
Yep.
Okay, so you go ahead to Dapplewing Manor, and you see the graveyard keeper that you had spoken to before in the front, sort of clearing up some of the fallen leaves. And yeah, Dapplewing Manor is in front of you.
I think this is during open hours, right?
As far as I know, so long as it's during the day, it is open.
Excellent. Let's go.
The graveyard keeper smiles at you as you go on by, and you go to Dapplewing Manor, and the Earl greets you. Hello! Welcome back. I've seen quite a lot of you recently. This is good. What may I help you with? Do you have an appointment?
It's more of an impromptu session. I was looking for Nora. Have you seen her?
Nora.
Oh,
Do you mean the student counselor?
Yes. I didn't realize you wouldn't refer to her by her name, but yes.
There might be different Noras on campus. I wanted to make sure I had the correct one.
It's Nora and Woo. Did she hear?
Nora has left the building. She has gone for lunch. You will find her at likely places: the tavern, Bow's End Tavern, the cafe, Fireyacht Cafe, the library, the Biblioplex.
Ah, yes, thanks.
Do you know where these are? Would you like my help guiding you?
We've been here for a while, so we do know where those are. Thank you. I don't know if this is a divide and conquer sort of thing, guys, or if we just go to each one together and hope we catch her.
You think it's faster to split up and go one at a time? I think it's better to go together. We are stronger as a group.
Strixhaven teaches to never split the party.
Thank you. It's one of the first things we learned in class A? Remember what the trial was when literally in Ankeg they were like, here's a Strixhaven day year 1 trial. And Ankeg can appear at any point. You need to be ready for it. Like they told us, be ready for the Ankeg. You know what I mean?
Oh, fine. Okay. Let's
They
think.
said be ready for the giant scorpion. Brett.
I know that she likes tea in the afternoon. Maybe Bozen Tavern would have that.
Fire
I don't know
snake.
if she'd eat there though. Let's try the cafe first. I don't think she's got any exams coming up, so she probably wouldn't be at the library right now. She's always reading in her spare time anyway.
Perfect.
Cafe.
Okay. Then you will go to the cafe. As you all walk into the Fire Yacht Cafe, it's at the edge of the Archway Commons, just outside the Biblioplex. You enter into the cozy Fire Yacht Cafe, where students cram both information and caffeine into themselves before exams. The cafe's name comes from its trademark beverage, which the manager, an elf mage named Alina, brews with her fire magic. The Fire Yacht has a reputation as a hangout for first years, but older students from all 5 colleges can be seen at all hours. As you enter today, you see that Mina is working, and well, you don't because the lighting's rude, but I'll sort that out in a second.
Fair.
There you go. And as she sees you, you're all on the map, yeah? No, you're not. It's just me. Lol.
Just in your own little world over there.
Yeah.
What was their name again? I'm so sorry.
Because of
I'm like-
Mina.
Mina. Hey.
Oh, hey, folks! It's the Drink Gang. Hi.
Mina,
What can
Mina.
I get for you?
How's it going?
Not bad, not bad.
Thanks, Mina. Have you seen Nora by any chance?
Nora, sorry, I've been a bit busy doing, this. She's not come yet. Was she supposed to meet you here?
No, we're in the middle of trying to find her. It's been a bit of a hunt. I thought she'd normally be here, but
She usually goes into the shop quickly to get a newspaper and stuff. Can I get you a drink though first?
but I'm fine. Did anybody else want anything?
Prospering comes up and takes out the coupon he has for a free cup of tea.
Nice. You still
Very
have
good.
this thing? Oh, sure. I can do that for you.
expired.
Do you go up to the counter then?
Yes.
Feel free to move your token.
It's all an illusion.
Oh no.
As
I was duplicating spell scrolls. I should have been duplicating these. I'm a fool.
As you go forward, Prospering, and sit down, she seems to prepare one quite quickly, but then she leans over to you and says, "So, you lot seem to be getting a bit of trouble recently." And she, not really that subtly, gets out a notepad and pen. Just wondering if you've what was happening with that.
Oh, she's sus. Okay, wait.
Right. Prospering, yeah, maybe we should check somewhere else since Nora's not here right now.
Oh,
Lovely.
she might be here any
Not
moment. She always comes in for her lunch. No, but just quickly, just this statement for the Strixhaven Star. Was wondering,
Oh, she's
why,
a newspaper.
why, there might be anything with the Dragon's Guard. There were reports that you were in Dappelwing Manor with your parents. Is that true? Are those substantiated?
No comment. Thank you.
Hey, Trevor.
Highly confidential.
Seymour was
And,
stopped as Sven went. No comment. He was like putting his hand on Seymour.
Oh, don't be like
Look,
that,
stopping
Sven.
him.
Surely we can. I don't know. Maybe there's something I could help you with. Nora. Let me think. I could probably send her ascending if you like. Being a second year has its privileges, high level spells, and all that. She gives you a wink.
I'm sure it does.
I think we will be able to find her, but thank you very much for the offer.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you a little bit of a story.
Oh.
Aegon subtly,
if
but not
you
so subtly, punches Prospering in the ribs.
if you will tell Nora to come here.
Yes, of course, I could do that. What have you been up to, Drevrax? Are you okay? Your friends are over there.
Oh, they're fine.
Were we supposed to be meeting? Did I forget? Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Studying.
not,
Oh, okay.
not yet, Santa. We'll
Still on for dinner
we're
tonight,
gonna
or?
call... Of course. Always.
Okay. Good.
We're all gonna be in a call some people together for a meeting later on, but we'll make sure a message gets to you when
Drevrax,
that.
roll me a perception check.
She's really persistent, huh?
Perception.
Tom, that's Xanther speaking.
Just like pick this person. That's all. Like I'm like, you get like a notepad out to like talk to someone. I'm just like, it's a persistent.
You
They're
know
really,
that
they're really like keyed up. Jabernesh.
you know
Hey,
that there are
how's it
more
going?
areas here, and you can see some like people have just moved about from this area. There's people kind of chatting in this area, and there's people over here as well. So there's a few sections of the file that aren't immediately in view. Mina continues and says, yeah, no, I can do something, that's fine. So what was the whole deal with the Dragon's Guard and the parents coming in? Are you lot in trouble, or?
No, so we had all decided to go on a vacation together, and we brought along Xanther. And during that time, there was, one of the many incidents that had been going around. Nothing major, but the Dragon's Guard, just because of their heightened state of alertness, just needed to check on us. Our parents were brought in just to ensure that we were all safe and everything, and the faculty needed to explain what went on. It was nothing really major, nothing like we've kind of experienced during the school year.
So it wasn't anything to do with the fact you're missing for 19 days?
No.
Oh, okay, interesting. So what was the reason you were missing for
anyone.
90 days?
Well, we should probably be on our way and take a look around for Nora, but thank you so much.
Sven, don't hold me back. Don't. Sven, I want to. He like whispers to Sven. I want to so badly tell the tale of our 19 days. It was.
Prosper's not even
was an.
finished their
That's so
Sven,
funny.
coffee yet.
Sven,
That's so
Sven,
strange.
Sven, it was an honorable thing that we did. It was not a bad thing. We should praise it.
You know what?
We should speak of it greatly.
I
It's
want you to roll, Seymour, I want you to roll a stealth check, and she's gonna try and roll a perception.
Advantage. I have advantage because of
Okay.
my
You better have
wonderful cloak that you
She's-
gave me. Thank
Go
you.
for it, go for it.
Thank you, party.
I think that's based on visuals, not sound, so I don't think it would work for this.
9+3 for the first one. 19 plus 3.
Where
Thank
are you rolling
advantage.
this?
Oh, D&D Beyond.
It doesn't count. You gotta roll it on there. You don't get
You're right.
advantage. It's based
You're like,
on
"Alright, Tom."
auditory.
Interesting choice that you've made. Alright. It is the same here.
I'm
but
not.
here
I'm
we
not
go.
kind
Advantage.
to my players like Wyatt. I don't let them roll and tell me what it
Hey,
is.
hey, you know what, Benj?
It still
forget it.
shouldn't be.
I
said
did
it-
better. I
Hun?
did better. You said
Hun?
advantage.
It was not advantage because it's not the thing. But the first dice is a 20 anyway, so it doesn't matter in this scenario. But like, it's just the cloak doesn't do advantage on sound checks, I believe, unless you can show me that it does. Otherwise, I think it's based on visual stuff because it
That's fair, Benj.
camouflages your
Yeah,
background.
let's work that out. That's totally fair. I love it, actually.
I mean, I
Let's-
think it
let's
almost.
figure it out.
It might explicitly
The
say
cloak
that.
of Alban kind. While you wear the cloak. How do I get this to post up?
It's not a big deal. Anyway,
go.
you totally succeed, and she doesn't hear anything that you're saying.
Yeah, I got it at 20 but here.
Checks made to see you have disadvantage, so yeah, and you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks made to hide. So that wasn't either of those ones. But it's
Fair.
fine, you got a nat 20 anyway. So you fucking whisper. Like, you know what? You whisper in such a way that you whisper specifically when she's like distracted, because you've gotten so good at mind reading people with your new powers and stuff. You can tell when she's like pausing for breath, and then you like stop for a moment and then carry on as soon as she's talking to Prospering. You've made this into an art. You're very insightful these days.
I've actually considered taking a break on my regular wizard studies, but we'll talk about that another time.
So anyway, we were just looking for Nora. Thank you so much for the questions. We really do
Oh
appreciate
my god, no, thank you
your
so much.
concern. It really does. Prospering, would you mind checking some of these back areas just to double check for Nora? And Seymour, why don't you go with Prospering?
Oh my god, no, Sven, thank you so much. But Prospering, you've not finished your coffee yet. You surely want to finish it. I mean, it's final speciality.
And did you send that sending to Nora?
You've not finished answering my questions.
I mean, I have begun, so I don't think you
Do you
can't
want me to
send it to her.
begin sending ascending and stop halfway through? Don't see how that would be useful, Prospering. Just answer my
Is this-
questions, it's fine.
I will answer all the questions you want as I sit here and drink the rest of this coffee.
Okay, fabulous. So, and then she's going to keep on grilling you. What are the others up to? So, obviously, Sven, are you like trying to do damage control, or are you going to stay there?
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay, Aegon? I'm really enjoying
Aegon,
this scene. Stupid.
Yeah, Aegon's just going to be like, well, gotta run. Definitely nothing for me here. So, just gonna look.
Okay, and Dravrax, what are you up to?
Dravrax and Xanther are fully making out in that annoying young adult stage where they can't stay apart from each other.
Amazing. Oh my
Full-
god.
in full
Actually,
public.
Hey,
amazing.
I will not bring
Can
them a drink.
can you roll me performance?
Absolutely will.
You get help from Xanther, so this is really
Amazing.
how
That's what I
obnoxious
like to
is
hear.
this? That's pretty good. Yeah, you definitely. Melbathorn
Sorry.
gives cringing looks as he desperately tries to focus on his studies.
They have bedrooms. They could
That's
do
so
that in.
funny.
It's weird that they do it here, but they have bedrooms. They could do that in.
So it seems down to Aegon and Seymour.
Aegon's just like wandering around, like they see Dravrax and Xanther and they look away as if they're like not supposed to see anything, and now they're like, I have no idea where I'm going.
Nice.
Who? Sorry, this is Talana, right?
This is Mina.
Mina. Okay.
Yeah.
What is Seymour doing?
Yeah. As soon as you go behind, Mina says, "Absolutely not, Seymour. What are you doing?"
Can I Oh God, we've been getting drilled with questions. My throat got really like tied up. We weren't getting served drinks. We were getting drilled. He pulls the door closed behind him. Yeah. So I was gonna start getting drinks for everybody, you know. Or
and
is that your
Seymour,
job?
During this,
Or are you just here to drill us questions?
What's Sven doing during?
but Sven, like while Mina is distracted with Seymour, Sven is like nudging Prospering and like attempting to steer Prospering away from the bar, like this direction.
All right, perfect.
What does Prospering do?
Yes, a creature of the night. I should just get a drink back here. There's two wonderful flavors that I can pick up on back behind the bar myself right now.
Aegon, roll me a perception check. Prospering, what are you doing whilst Sven's trying to push you away? Are you going with Sven?
I mean, like, Prospering, like, through his conversation, it should be very apparent he is not answering any of her questions or is just straight up lying about them. Like he's very purposefully just using her for her to use sending and get Mina here.
Got
So we
you.
don't have to search around all of campus.
If you can, like, do you want to try to communicate that discreetly to Sven?
Yeah.
While Seymour breaks into the back of the bar, Prospering will just let's see here. Prospering will just say, or just kind of like Prospering like turns around in his seat as if he's like going to get up and follows Finn. And as like Sven passes him and Mina is distracted, Prospering will tell him just like everything is 100% true that I'm saying, Sven. There's nothing to worry about. She's getting nothing but the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And just going to talk about our vacation to I don't know where our vacation, and that's all he said. Like just something that's just like, what are you even talking about? Hoping that Sven catches on.
Okay, yeah. So
Hide, move, then, but move though. I think was an idea.
Sven does not really get what's going on. Sven is confused, apparently.
Wow, look at it. I can pick it up and angle it.
I'm just
I love
tossing
this
my
so
own
much.
roll to
It's so
decide how I
funny.
wanna
It's
roll
Yeah,
so
that's
funny.
Okay, so this is ridiculous. I love how the party can like do the hardest tests, but as soon as it comes down to functioning with each other, it's just like whoa. So
Hey, charisma. It's funny.
Aegon, you think that you've looked through at least where Drovrex and Xantha were like sitting and stuff, and you've only kind of like walked around either side of the bar, and she's definitely you've definitely not seen Nora in this area. Seymour, as you're behind the thing, Mina is going to say, Seymour, I'm going to ask once for you to remove yourself from behind the bar, otherwise we're going to have problems. It's employees only behind here. If you want to drink, I can get it for you. Otherwise...
And at this time, you see like Prospering take a giant gulp of his tea,
Mm-hmm.
and just set it down, almost essentially empty, and be like, "Well, Mina, I I've finished my cup here, and so I think it's about time that you've contacted Mina for us."
Nora.
I mean, I can contact
Sorry,
myself
Nora.
anytime you want, but Seymour's getting out from behind the bar first.
Yes, Seymour, please get out from behind the bar. That
Guys,
was
I
not
found
very
Nora.
nice.
Are there bugs
Oh, look,
back?
there's Nora.
Oh, Mina, are there bugs back here?
Yes, there is one big one, and she like marches over to you and tries to shove you out.
Prospering, shall we go talk to Nora?
Well, if Aegon has found Nora, then yeah. I guess we don't need that sending.
Bye,
It was good
Mina.
talking to you, Mina.
Wait, no, Seymour, Prospering, just about the. And then do you like you basically
Yeah,
walk
like
off?
he just
Nice.
walks off.
Amazing.
Work there. That was nice.
Oh, Aegon, hi.
Hey, we were looking for you. I thought we might find you here.
Gosh, look at you. I heard about it. Well, I mean, wait, hold on. She was there. Hold on. Rewind. Gosh, look at you. You're so shiny now. That's so cool. How are you getting on with the changes?
It's been interesting. Gotten quite a few looks about it, but overall, getting used to the size, which is great. So,
Oh, Prosperine's here too. Hi.
Hey, Nora.
Gosh, you've had some changes. Hey, this is cool. Are you but you're both okay with it? You're not. I mean, counseling's always open, or I mean, we can always just chat too. I do have a trans inclusion counseling group. If I know it's sort of different, but it's all about accepting yourself and who you're sort of progressing to become into. That I run for students. If you're interested.
That might be nice, actually.
Okay.
But we can talk about that another time. And Aegon kind of looks to be quieter around everyone else because they don't want their friends to know that they're struggling dealing with it.
Aw.
So they kind of hush and like give Nora like a look of like, yeah, gonna do that,
Got
but
you.
not right now. But Prosperine here, buddy, wants to talk to you about something.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. No. For sure. What is it, Prosperine? Are you me? That's
guys
Rabina. Rabina like is looking through some stuff and waves at you enthusiastically. Again.
Hi, Rubina.
Hey, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. We're here for Nora for just a bit, but glad to see you.
Sure. Don't mind me. Just looking through the books I might need for next year. She just goes back to doing this stuff and moves slightly closer.
Unbelievable.
Nora actually could Aegon and I talk to you back at Dapplewing?
I just finished for lunch. Yeah.
Or somewhere a little bit more private?
Oh, it's not a. You just want to talk to me in general? Oh yeah, sure. I thought you meant like a work thing or something. Okay, no, that's
No,
fine.
no.
No, that's fine. Yeah,
It's
sure.
just somewhere a little more private.
Yeah. Okay, 1 second. And she gets newspapers, leaves some cash on the counter. No one ever serves in here. Strange. The money seems to go. Hope nobody's stealing it. Okay. Let's go. Okay, if you wanna follow me.
Yeah.
And oh.
Did I hear that there's some gold on the counter?
Yeah. There's a couple of silver.
Well, if nobody wants it.
Oh my god, do not.
What would your dad say about this?
Your dad or my dad?
Your dad.
Your
My dad too.
Friends
Your dad would
coming,
be
or-
very disappointed in me. He would say, I know better.
Wait, who? This is Javernesh, and there are more people in here that we need to
Yeah,
talk to.
Aurora, Drasimir, Erzmatok, and
Erzmatok.
yeah, Javanash. I've listed them as Grayson, and I don't know why, but I'm now going to change that.
So Grayson's not here.
No, Grayson's not here.
Aurora. How's it going, Aurora? Are you guys enjoying your game of dragon chess? Or is this regular chess? Is this 2-layered chess or 1-layered chess?
Aurora like waves her hand and. Oh, this is Drasimir trying to show their mad skills off, but I think it's because Bedham beat them recently and they're trying to get in on Talana, and you just see like Drasimir slink sort of lower into his seat for a moment. You're doing good though. I mean, this is progress. Look at you. You're doing great. I'm just sorry. It's the way that I talk to my cousin. We're rather blunt in our family.
Come around, actually. Don't mind me, guys. I don't want to interrupt the game. It's we should get together more often. You know, we're just on opposite sides of the campus.
Oh my god, like totally, yeah. What are you doing next week?
We should get together. I'd be happy to
Yeah,
get
to do
a
what?
bite, get a bite with somebody.
What? Get a bite of somebody? Is that what you said?
With somebody. I said
Oh,
with.
that was
I
hilarious.
said with. But
There's a bunch of third years that
I don't
sleep in the biblioplex between their studies. The closer it gets to exams, the more wild the dreams are.
I was wondering amongst you all, what's your opinion of Mina?
Good question.
Because they could have a very general public opinion, and then also a secret real opinion. Or a rumor about her that they want to share. But I don't know.
She's fine. She serves the coffee here. Yeah, I don't really have a problem with her. Why do you? I think she's alright. I think she could maybe ask less questions when I'm just trying to drink coffee. She thinks I'm very secretive, but I'm just shy.
Thank you.
I like making the use of her coffee as part of a growth hormone for my plants.
That tracks. That sounds right.
Meanwhile, Sven, did
Smell
you
what?
want to do anything?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I will just say, Javernish, have you seen the new cocktail menu?
No, I have not. Wait, we've got to learn a new one? I thought they did that at the end of the year. Is it every term now?
I believe it is Wait, isn't this the end of the year?
Like you're in the last term, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It could be like a preview or something.
Perhaps it was yes, perhaps it was a preview of next year's menu. I think it looks very good according to my studies of cocktail taste profiles. I believe
cool.
I believe that it will be perhaps a very profitable next year for tips.
Well, I can hope so. I mean, hey, maybe the end of the year, if we can do a bit of an early preview of it, we could get some, money ourselves, see what people on campus think. Normally there's an end of year party, but everyone seems a bit flummoxed this year on what to do. We were just discussing it before, but we're not really sure.
That is interesting. Do you have you ever ordered from our distributors before? Do you think that perhaps we could put an order in with them kind of discreetly?
He thinks for a moment. I mean, maybe, but well, yes, that would be the correct way to go about it, wouldn't it? He says, like honestly, sort of actually thinking about the process for once, kind of inferring that maybe he isn't used to doing things quite that way.
Perhaps you and I can talk about some logistics for cocktailing an end of year party. I actually have heard of some plans for an end of year party.
Oh? Well,
yes.
I could definitely get the contacts off of Tulk and just say it's, for making sure I can help him. Well, I'm supposed to be manager next year, Been working there for 2 years now, so I could say that I'm studying our contacts if I needed to. He thinks for a moment. Meanwhile, in the den. So, what did you want to talk to me about?
Well, And based on the area that we came in, does Prospering get a good feeling that people aren't going to be able to easily overhear them?
It's dead quiet in here. What you see is like a curtain sort of drawn across
Okay.
this bit. Whoever made this map should have definitely used their more advanced skills to come back and edit this with a curtain, but I think at the time they didn't know how.
Perfect maps, you know.
Yeah. This is definitely not a bonus action rainbow map. Hashtag it is. Yeah, this is quiet in here.
Oh, no, it's not branded, so it's a little. Oh, it is. Right
It
at the
is.
bottom. Okay, good.
No, she never misses on the branding.
Oh hell no.
Well, Agan and I wanted to talk to you about something. I mean, as you know, we have all gone through quite the potentially even traumatic experiences as students. A lot of us have, and I think we've all been, especially at the Ice Palace, we're all quite impacted by that. Plus all the other things that have happened throughout campus have made this year quite, I would say, stressful.
Roll me an insight check, please, both of you.
Oh man. Insight.
Okay. As you talk about the past events of the year, you see her go very still and like seemingly like the blood drains from her face slightly as you talk about all these things happening.
And so, because of all that, we want to bring everybody together and essentially throw a party for everybody. I think we truly all deserve something to let go of this year, you know, a good ending to this school year that will make people forget about everything that has happened. And
that's so nice. Okay.
My parents have graciously given me a pool house to use for this. And so we would love to throw a pool party for all of the students. I think that's a great way. You know, there will be music and food.
At the Strixhaven Stadium pool?
No. It's a different pool.
There's a different pool?
Oh, it's a different pool.
There's a different pool.
Yeah. And it will, like, we just want to throw a really good time for everybody. And we know that Dapplewing Manor has been the envy of all of the students' curiosity. We've heard it countless times of people just talking about Dapplewing Manor and always wanting to explore it and everything. And so we want to host the party at Dapplewing Manor, unbeknownst to people who would stop us from having it there. We're working on everything else here. The food, the music, everything else. But we're really hoping you will help us out with getting in there after hours.
Uh-huh. Agan, what do you think about this?
Well, here's the thing. Though I'm not, you know, obviously the biggest fan of stuff like this most of the time, we've worked out kind of a system, and this leads to your question about how there are multiple pools that wouldn't disrupt Dapplewing Manor at all. more so, I mean, you heard about that challenge going on earlier in the year, the whole Sassy Sally thing or whatever. There's clearly an appetite for this kind of stuff, and
Yeah,
it's-
sure. Everyone did want to go there. That's true.
yeah, it's known as a thing, but I was worried that any sort of disruption to Dapplewing Manor would, be sort of a disgrace and kind of a diss to the building, which we don't want. So, I mean,
Right.
Prosperines' dad has this system that works quite well, actually. We just need a place to put it.
You can
Yeah,
either
it's-
individually roll me a persuasion check, or one of you can give the other advantage to a persuasion check.
Well, I will say Prospering has a +6 in persuasion.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah! Take all of the advantage you want.
Don't fail me now.
Hell yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was almost a 2.
It's almost a 2.
Okay, 1 second, please.
Very good.
Hello.
Hey there.
So, with the crit success, just want to bring you in here. 1, spook the others. Always fun to do that. 2, she's this with the insight check you had before and this critical success. There is almost like there was this tension when you were talking about things before, and almost like with a dramatic relief, she's gonna like say the following, which I'm gonna say to the rest of the group. But like she seems very eager about this.
Oh, awesome.
And like more so than just it being a good idea, like it seems like this is almost like a relief or helps her in some way or something. There's some added layer. But yeah, that's what you get with the crit that I can't like. I think it's,
Okay.
you see this, so that's why I want to tell you separately.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Okay, I'm gonna move you back down. Yeah, no, sure. That would be amazing. Let's do it. That sounds so cool.
Well, I'm so glad that worked.
Okay, gosh, what a trip. This will be fun. I can do that. I just gotta make sure. I mean, I've got the keys to the place, so I can go in at any time. It's that graveyard keeper. We need to get them out of the way. That's the biggest thing. Have you got like everything sorted that you need for it? What else is there apart from the mirror?
Honestly, pretty much just like the only thing we need for Dapplewing is getting the mirror inside and getting people there without this being ruined.
Okay.
Surprise.
So, and obviously getting in, but as you said, you have keys, so I don't really think that's going to be too much of an issue.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, the other Reginas, they're gonna be a bit more difficult to convince, I think, than me, but I don't know, like, I'm thinking Nora could help with the music or the performances or something, and you've got, maybe the rest of them could, like, work out a way to, I could probably work with the rest of them to try and make sure we, like, don't get seen by the teachers or something, but you're gonna have to find other ways to actually keep the teachers distracted. Like, we could cast, I don't know, silence around the place or something like that, but to actually keep the teachers away is going to be a different thing. I can't think of it.
Do the teachers actually... Wait, I'm not here, am I?
No,
Sorry.
Nope.
it's all good.
That's fine. We needed to see that you would be on board, which it seems like you are, which is great.
I mean, if you want to do it, hell yeah. I mean, why? You've been through so much this year. Why not, like, blow off some steam?
Exactly.
You got to sneak into Dapplewing before, anyway, for that bet,
Yes.
right? We were trying to do it with the Reginas, but
Yep.
Cool. Okay, yeah. I'll end of year after what the trials.
Yep, that will be the plan.
Okay. Make sure I can get us in, as long as you can convince the rest of everybody to help out with whatever you need to, because I'm not. I definitely can't do this on my own.
Nope.
We
That's
wouldn't expect you to.
Yep.
Okay.
We will take care of everything else.
Okay.
We really appreciate it.
No. Please, and keep me informed about whatever's happening, and anything else I can do. You let me know.
Definitely. We'll keep you informed.
Okay, cool. I'll probably be able to deal with Sharpbeak at least as well. So,
Helps a
Well,
lot.
Yeah,
Clark-
that's one last thing.
Plarg's a different matter. Maybe that's best left to you lot.
Yeah, we'll deal with Clark.
I'm sure we can work something out with him.
Okay, yeah, cool.
The hardest part with him.
I'm excited. Awesome. Okay,
All right. Well, we'll see you later then, Nora.
I feel cool. Thanks. No, see you later. And again, I'll see you soon. Yeah. Just let me know
Yeah.
when you want to chat.
Sure. That sounds great.
Okay, sure.
Thanks again, Nora.
See ya. Yeah, she heads out. And go on.
And Prospering will like head out of the room, and then like turn around and say, "I guess we should gather everybody else up and continue our list of people to talk to."
Yeah, sounds good. That went over pretty well.
It went over much better than I thought it was going to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I think this year has been really weighing on her, and I think this is a great weight off of her shoulders overall.
Yeah, out of
That's
character, y'all killed it.
Woohoo!
Yeah, those were really good. Like, good build up. Nice. Obviously, the nice roll. Both you kind of like bounce off of each other. That was good.
No.
And then Prospering will just go around and like gather everybody. And then I
Okay.
guess
Just gonna move you both here if that's okay, unless you wanted to go anywhere
Yeah.
else. Was there anything that you wanted more from this scene, or did you want different scenes to do the other stuff? Because I'm happy to move into the Silver Quill thing now, or we can continue. here.
Did we? I might have missed it. I was thinking about the conversation with Nora. Did we invite both Xanther and Aurora to this secret party meeting?
No, but let me allow me to.
I mean, that's up to you guys. Like, we don't have to do it now. I just wanted to make sure I didn't
Just
miss
like to
it.
pull him off to the side before we exit. Be like, hey,
Xanther is aware.
I have some family things between me and Aurora I need to talk about real quick.
Okay.
Can I pull you to the side?
You can. One thing, you definitely can assume that you can probably convince all of them to come to a meeting about a secret party. Like, it's
Cool.
not a hard
Oh,
sell.
okay.
You guys, okay,
so
they
you
role
can-
played so well earlier that this makes it
So
worse. Right.
well, no. So getting them all to the meeting is one thing. Getting them to agree to the different things is another. Getting Nora to agree to hand over the keys to Deathwing Manor, that was a huge thing. That's why it required like its own scene here. But getting people to a meeting, I'm not going to make you like role play through a scene to then role play through another scene to get them to finally agree. Like, that seems redundant.
Okay. Well, that works out then.
Yeah. But
Your
if there's-
parties are fun to be invited to. Believe
Yeah,
it.
hell yeah. But if there's anything like specific you wanted like out of this scene before we move on, then I needed to know. Otherwise, well, like the next scene after this will be you having the secret party meeting with all 5 heads.
And I get a
or
+1
4
in my relationship with them because I invited them, at the very least.
heads.
By the end of the session.
Aegon and Prospering can absolutely get a +1 with Nora. By the end of
I'd
the
like to
session,
still
hell yeah,
talk
you
to
can do whatever you
Aurora.
want. That's fine.
I mean, I still want to talk to Aurora.
Okay, what do you want to say?
Off to the side when we're alone. Not
Okay.
with the group though.
One sec, just
You guys can
really
be there if you want.
We'll do that
Anyone
next.
in the party can be
We'll do
there.
that next scene because I'm going to imagine that maybe you do
I
this
knew,
before
yeah.
you have the meeting with them. but we can have a flashback to that. What's
Yeah,
up, Megan?
that sounds good. Yeah, whenever we are good to do that, sounds good.
Just
I'd like to be closer with my cousin. If not talking to Aurora, I'd like to just talk with Melba Thorne
Sweet.
because
makes
they are
sense.
the other person I want to talk to. That's the
Okay.
only other person.
Okay. What's up,
So.
Jess?
Just a quick thing. Like, I know you mentioned something about when getting
You cut out for me.
another point to like
We're good.
beloved or something. Did you change that? Because now I would have 4, and I thought there was like some weird mechanic. with
Getting to
adding
5 is
to
you've
get
got
it
to
to that
like take
point.
them on a date.
Oh, okay, got it. Just
Yeah.
checking.
Getting to 4 is
Or
fine.
vegan.
Getting to 5 is like you need to, or a friendship date. It doesn't have to be like like a scene that you specifically are trying to like actively advance the relationship. It's the difference from, oh, I bumped into you and we had a nice chat, to like, hey, do you want to go out for a drink later? Like that, would
Okay.
you can move from beloved with the second but not the first.
And someday I'll get to do that with Grayson.
Hell yeah, you can do it any scene you want.
I mean, I've like included it in my wishes on like multiple
I
sessions.
know, and you can choose to do it now. You can choose to do it whenever you want. If you tell me in a session I'm going to go speak to Grayson, then you can have a scene with Grayson. I'm not stopping you. It's just up to you whenever you do it.
Oh.
So, let's go ahead and take a break for now. We'll take 10 minutes here and come back at... actually, no, let's come back at 1:45. So just under 15 minutes. So yeah, 1/4 to the hour.
Okay.
Okay, Dave.
Good.
See you in a bit.
Sounds good.
Hey,
I didn't know that you want to talk to them.
that I wanted to talk to Grayson?
I didn't know that. But
Yeah.
I don't track everyone else's goals all the time, necessarily. Sometimes I'm like, end of session, big breath, And then I gotta think I was starting to wish for myself. But that's good to know. In here now. Right now, at least. What's your current standing with them? I only have a
+3.
+2 with one person. You have a +3? Ah.
I've had a +3 for, I think, months.
Well, that's how my +2 is. See. That makes sense then.
So
I'm trying to get a couple of nice relationships, Well, by the time I'm out of here. I don't necessarily have to I can have a 5 with someone and not actually be with them. Does that make sense? Like I can get basically on the highest status, but not marry them. I can get a best friends, many best friends, strongest allies possible. My parents are very picky, Sven, so I have to pick a couple people while I'm here who I consider marryable. Does that make sense, Sven?
I'm not role playing on break.
Oh, that's fine, man.
thinking about getting one of those fancy smancy rotating or like whatever litter boxes that do it
Yeah,
themselves.
I had a
Okay.
cat genie,
I've considered investing in that too.
and it was great. It's just occasionally, if it's a pretty bad
Don't get a cat
smell,
genie.
yeah, it's
What
Don't
are
really
get
they?
it.
bad. A cat genie is like a washing slash flushing cat toilet.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was nice to not have to clean anything, but like occasionally the smell was real bad. But
Oh, jeez.
I've heard that it's called Leo's Loo too, that like automatic rotating one it's a little less expensive than the litter robot, and it's supposedly performs a lot better.
Leo Lou is a good name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got the alliteration. Leo being a cat. Everyone's like, my cat's a lion. So,
Yeah, it's all right. Sorry. That's a price. That's
Yeah,
all.
it's a price. They are a price, and it is
How much?
cheaper than they're like $500.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it is a price, but apparently that one is
Ooh.
better and cheaper than the litter robot. So,
Just
and the
saying,
litter
I keep
robot.
seeing
Looking over Eric's shoulder, yeah.
TikTok's very good in about their algorithm, so I keep getting like all these ads from other litter things I've literally never heard of before, and I just don't know if I can trust literally any of them.
Yeah, the one that I go to, like, there's an unbiased cat review site that I
I
trust.
know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and they recommended the Leo's one over the litter robot for.
Very good. Okay. It looks great.
Is
Yeah.
it that hard to stick
it's
my arm in there
adorable.
with the 20? We
They
already
have to
bought
jump so
everything.
oh, I guess there's a
Is it
step
that
stool.
hard?
Okay.
Tell me to do it, Eric. Just tell me to do it before we buy this stuff.
I mean, I want us to hang out like this and talk about cat litter after session.
I'll be on call with
But,
Ben.
like, but genuinely, I want us to do this after because this was adorable. And I
Sounds
want us
good.
to hang
We
out
can
more
we
in
can get
general.
back to
Oh,
it.
hi.
We should play Strixhaven for now.
Hi, handsome.
Aw,
this dog.
Luna.
Luna.
Is that Luna? Kesha, fuck.
Kesha?
That's Kesha when she was just a
She was
pup.
a little tiny
Oh.
puppy.
She was just like,
Look at those
like 6
eyebrows.
months old.
It's
Who the fuck's
that
Luna?
precious.
Okay. So, you all
Batman figurine in the background.
are thinking upon the meeting you just had and well, the various meetings you just had and how easy it was to persuade a friend of yours to talk with you and how annoying Mina had been, and thinking, you know what, next time you meet Mina, maybe I'll try a different tactic with that one because she seems to be a wily one. And when you appear through the portal, interestingly, you find yourselves face to face with Mina and a whole group of people, in fact. Where is that one? I like this one a lot. So, as you stand on the rose stage, there is an audience of your peers and students and all sorts surrounding you. Either side of you are your own friends, and then at the front of the stage is somebody you've not seen before. Well, at the top of the stage, back of the stage even. Standing there is somebody maybe you've heard of, and it's strange you've not seen this person before because they all introduce themselves as, I need an accent. From my tiny repertoire, what could I use? Hello, students. I am Nils, the discipline enforcer. You may know me from being around campus and ensuring that students treat one another with respect, and that when they don't, that's when I can step in and use the theories of shadow and radiance from Silverquill's
Wow.
own school to help nudge folks into the back into the orderly process that we expect in Strixhaven. So, this test is going to be a group effort, making sure that through expressing yourself properly, you can ensure that the valuable information you learn here in Strixhaven, or indeed in the greater world when you move on from the university, actually is met with the right attention and interest that is necessary and doesn't just fall on deaf ears. In your future, you're going to have to try and make sure that you convince folks of all different stations in life of problems that need solving, solutions that you have to those problems, and to listen to your needs in order to make sure that you can be the best mage that Strixhaven has prepared you to be. For what is the point in having information and power if you cannot wield it and convince others in how it should be used? So, this will be a test of, well, what better way to show that you are ready for Silverquill than to test yourselves in the form of a magical debate. Actually, it won't be a magical debate. I cut that. He just says debate, because these are going to be some rules for social combat that we're about to test out here, and I have no idea how they're going to work. I did a vague bit of playtesting. It went okay, but you know, we try new things here. This is either going to be great or it's going to go down like a shitstorm. Ask questions, bear with me, test things out a bit, maybe realize this might turn to a load of heaping crap, or it might be great. But back in character. Well, actually, back to the session even. So first, Nils explains that this is going to be debate, and one by one, you lot are going to step forward, and you're going to have to choose a school to represent. So Silverquill, Quandrix, Lorehold, Witherbloom, or Prismari. Okay? Whilst representing the school of your choice, you need to pick a philosophy to argue for. So if you were to choose Lorehold, you'd have to either argue for law, for order, or chaos. If you were choosing Prismari, it would have to be expression or perfection. Okay? So each school has their own philosophies, and you're going to have to choose one of them to argue why it's better than the other.
So is this in character
This
or
is in character.
Oh, wait again.
Yeah. What's going to happen is you're going to have a health pool for your side of the debate team, and the other side will have a health pool for their side of the debate team. You'll know what the numbers are for each. This is based on a few things which I'll explain in a second, but that's known as your presence. Okay? And you're trying to diminish the other side's presence to make them look like they are not believable or trustworthy, or they don't have the same sort of intelligence or panache that your group does, and that you are the ones that people should listen to. And you're trying to ultimately have a bigger presence than the other side at the end of the debate. The debate lasts 5 rounds, or until one group is reduced to 0. On your turn, and you only get one turn each, because it's one of you goes around. You can do one of 5 things. Okay? One of 4 things. You can debate, mock, defend, or finish. I'm gonna cut this out so you can look at it. At your... I don't know how to zoom in on slides. Oh, cool. Ignore the top part. Oh, I'll just get the bit that is necessary actually. So, is that your cat right now?
No,
Oh.
these are like our
It's like,
classic
how are you
photos.
playing D&D
Um,
like this?
They're
Yeah.
just like his baby photos. Since I saw a puppy photo, I'm like, here's baby photos of Nimitz.
So, you'll have chosen a philosophy. So, say that Prospering chooses Lawhold and goes for Chaos. Okay? Prospering would then step forward, and I first will choose a move in secret that my NPC is going to do. Then I'll say, okay, go ahead, and then you lot have to choose a move that your NPC, that your player character is going to do. You are able to discuss out of character what move you think you should do next as a group, but ultimately it'll be whose ever turn it is to decide what they do. You also, when you do a move, then we'll reveal the moves, and the moves will go in order from like descending order or ascending order, I don't know, from top to bottom. So if you chose debate, you'd go before somebody who chose to mock, you'd go before somebody who chose to defend, you'd go before somebody who chose to finish. Okay? If Prospering choosing order, like debating for order, chose to debate, they would make their argument first. And basically, a debate is you saying like why order is better than chaos, or why chaos is better than order. Sorry, and Prospering, would list out the reasons why Prospering thinks it's better. And you kind of want to be thinking of the skill you're going to use to make that argument, whilst you're doing your role play. Because then you want to make sure that the roleplay matches the skill you want to use, because at the end of the roleplay, then you'll roll that skill. And it's just a contested skill check. Each time you choose one of these moves, pretty much the first option, like, always happens. Finish is different. The first option always happens, and the second one happens depending on how much better you did than your opponent. So with debate, you'll always do 1d4 of damage to their presence. But if you succeed, if you beat them, for every 5 you got above their check, you'll do an extra d4 worth of damage. So to recap the middle part, it's literally you choose which philosophy you want to argue for, you choose your move in secret, we both reveal them at the same time. Whoever's move is nearer to the top of that list that I've just shown gets chosen, goes first, and makes their argument for why the thing's better. I roleplay the NPC side of things. We both roll against each other. If you make and then we compare the results for those moves that we've chosen. If you make an especially empowering or impactful argument, then you are able to potentially get advantage too, but they'd have to be like phenomenal. And you want to keep these as like succinct too, because I'm going to be pretending I'm the audience, and it's the audience that would give you advantage, not me, the DM. So it's what the audience is going to be interested in hearing. So yeah.
Do I still have exhaustion from the last test?
You do.
Okay.
One final thing to note is Niels will tell you that how well you do each round will also directly impact the final test. And if you succeed, depending on which side you chose for your philosophy, you'll get a boon or debuff the enemy. And if the enemy succeeds, then depending on the last round, those that face you in the end will get a boon or debuff depending on what philosophy those chose. So, for example, if you choose Order from Lorehold, you will give yourselves a boon at the end, and it will be a number of temporary hit points or something like that in the final trial. And if you chose Chaos, which is the sort of negative side of the school, the enemy will get a debuff, so like minus some hit points or something like that in the final round. So every round really does matter. So you're not just trying to reduce them to 0, you're also trying to win every single round if you can as well. Okay. Does everyone understand the general idea of it? We're going to calculate presence in a second, your health pool. Does everyone understand the steps?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. I'll write a list of the schools and the philosophies in a moment. But yeah. So, to calculate your presence, we're going to need each of you now to work out what your charisma modifiers are, and then what proficiencies or expertise you have in the following 4 skills. In persuasion, performance, insight, and deception. Okay, I'll write that down. So,
And what are we doing with these numbers?
add them all together pretty much. So it's basically going to be plus, because you're level 4 characters, so you'll get +2 for each thing. So first calculate the health of the pool of the party. So what's your charisma mod? And then add +2 for anything you've got in persuasion, performance, and if you're proficient in persuasion, performance, insight, or deception. So I'm going to go down the list. Aegon.
I just want to hold on. I just want to be really clear about this because I have a negative modifier. Does that mean that my total score is like -5?
Why would it be -5?
Because I have a -1 charisma.
Yeah.
And then because I have -1 wisdom as well, my perception
No.
is -1.
No.
Okay.
So you've got a -1 from your charisma, so yes, that will be -1 to the total pool. But if you've got any proficiencies in any of those 4 skills, you add +2. It doesn't. If you're not proficient in them, you just don't count it. No negatives or pluses.
So I'm proficient in one of them, so my total is 1.
Okay, so that's fine. So when we come on to you, we'll add 1 to the thing.
Okay.
So Aegon, what is your charisma modifier?
It's a 0.
Okay, it's
Or
-1.
-1. Minus
Yeah.
1, yeah.
And then, do you have proficiency in persuasion?
Nope.
Performance?
I have proficiency in insight.
And that's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so +1 from Aegon.
Yay!
And that's good. I'm just because I know what you're going to ask as well, Figo. Yes, you can use Emboldening Bond. Yes, things like Bardic Inspiration could be used, or Cutting Words and stuff like that as well.
Oh, what about like full ass spells?
Yep, for last spells. That's fine.
Okay.
But like, not obviously to harm the enemy or anything like that, but you could use stuff to buff yourself. So you can't affect the enemy team because that's like full on cheating. But things like what's the
Enhanced
word?
abilities.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
I have that.
So
for my total,
Yeah.
by the way, mine total is 10. I am proficient in everything, and I have a +2 to charisma.
okay, so draft Rax. Wait, you're proficient in everything?
And all 4 of the that you mentioned, yeah. Persuasion, performance, insight, perception, yeah.
Hell fucking yeah.
Nice.
It's insight deception.
Oh, sorry, intimidation counts as well. So let me know if you've got intimidation too. Yeah, it's insight deception. Sorry, you know what? I'm going to rewrite these.
Okay, I heard you say perception, so sorry if I
No. So it's I'm going to say deception, insight, intimidation, performance, persuasion. Okay.
Okay, so then my total is 8.
Okay. Very nice. So that's Travrax. Prosperine.
+4 to charisma, and then I have persuasion and deception.
Okay, so you've got innate as well.
Yeah.
See, that's what I like about this. That Dravrax isn't a charisma build character, but there's still, because you've got the right proficiencies, it counts still. And then Seymour.
I have deception.
What's your
Don't have
charisma mod
insight.
first?
-1.
Okay, so you've got -1 to begin with, and then you've got deception. You said
I do not have deception.
you don't have deception. Okay. Do you have insight?
Insight. I do have insight, luckily.
Okay, so you're at +1.
So,
Performance.
+1. Okay. -1 +1.
Sorry,
do
intimidation
there.
first.
Intimidation. I
Okay.
don't have.
Performance.
I have performance. I am
Okay.
I am a singer.
And persuasion.
I have persuasion.
Okay, so you're actually, even though you've got
Plus
a -1
3.
charisma modifier, you're at +5 total.
Yes, because of the performance as well. So +5. Yeah.
And then Sven.
1.
Good. That's from what? Sorry.
-1 charisma modifier, and I have
Performance. Yes.
and I have
Insight?
yes, insight.
Nice, okay. So with that total, I get 23 total. So your group's health will be 23. I'm just going to
We
mark
both
it
have
on this thing.
organizers.
And I'll make the token like available for you all to see. Settings. Resources. Always for everyone. Does that show you the health bar when you like hover over it or anything?
Does what? Where?
On the Strixhaven campus guide over here.
Yes.
Can you see the numbers?
No.
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 Hoping this would be an easy way to represent this. Health estimate. I don't know how to do.
Hey, Prospering, I think I'm gonna cast
otherwise-
infestation on one of these guys. What do you think?
Almost immediately, Nils turns to you, and you can feel something probing on your
Nils
mind.
is looking at me weird, huh?
There will be no
Oh.
use of magic on the opposing team.
Hey, Nils. I see you.
Okay, I don't know how to make their health go, but we'll try and struggle through that. And I will tell you that the enemy has 31 total. So keep that in mind. Okay. So now, Nils will step back and say, "It is time for you to choose your first speaker. You have a moment to prepare yourselves before you do so, though. Please do any preparations you need now."
Put into the chat my things.
No spells can be used on the opposing team. Remember, that's both of you.
Prospering.
Remind me what that is.
D4 to every ability check you make each.
Okay.
Well, to one ability check, but each turn. Yeah. So don't get that extra. In the future, I would be able to enhance ability more than just one person. But
Who are you enhancing ability, sorry?
I'm enhancing myself, so I can cancel out the disadvantage.
Sick.
I'm good at the debate phase.
Do they have anything?
Wait, okay, I see.
Good at the mock phase. I'm alright at the defend phase.
Or if I may pin it to the team, I could get 4 of us with Bless instead as my concentration. Do we think that would be more beneficial than getting rid of?
Bless doesn't work on ability checks.
Okay.
Oh, right. Thank you. So never mind. I will keep the emboldening bond and the enhanced ability up, and
So-
that will be it.
Is there anything else anybody wants to do before we begin?
Nope.
Well, Dryrax has enhanced ability on themselves for charisma, and emboldening bond
Yes,
on
ma'am.
Sven and Aegon.
Can I get a ritual cast up? Could I have done a ritual cast for a tensor floating disc in the meantime, so that we have a platform to work with for the roleplay reasons or whatever?
You know what? Sure. That's
Well,
fine.
thanks. I'd love a floating platform that I could just roleplay with. Thank you, Benji.
Sure.
I appreciate that.
I don't know how much use that will come into it, but for
Who
flavor reasons,
knows?
you can
It could
definitely
never.
have
It
that.
might never get used. You know, it's one of those things that I have that just I might not use super often. But anyway, we have this
Okay.
desk, everyone.
So, who's going first? You know that the enemy has 31 HP and you've got 20. Sorry, I'm already getting it wrong, aren't I? What is that? 21 and 30? Yeah, 23 is what you've got. I'll post in chat. And the enemy has 31. So, who is going first?
I guess Prosper can go first.
Okay. So, step there, please.
So brave.
And which school do you choose?
Well, let's go with Lorehold,
Okay.
specifically Chaos.
Now, I'll make a quick list. So, Lorehold is Order and Chaos. Prismari is Perfection and Expression. Quandrix is Substance and Theory. Silverquill is Shadow and Radiance. And Witherbloom is Growth and Decay. Fuck. Radiance needs to be on the other side. Order and Chaos, Perfection, Expression, Substance and Theory. Okay. Everything on the left-hand side gives you a buff if you win the round, like at in the final trial. And everything in the right-hand side gives the enemy a debuff in the final trial if you win that round. So depending on which philosophy you choose, changes the benefits you get. Cool. So you choose that, and because you chose Lorehold, then the Lorehold NPC is going to step forward.
Oh no.
I need to choose a attack, so give me a second. I will I'll write it down. So I mean, it's on the stream, so there'll be like a log. If I change it, everyone will know I cheated. What am I going to choose? Okay. Oh, two things. You can't use the same skill back to back in a row. So if Prospering uses Persuasion now, the next person can't use Persuasion. And you can't use the same move back to back. So if Prospering uses Debate, the next person can't use Debate.
Okay.
That's it. That's the entire rules. Okay. Now it's time for you lot to discuss what move you want to use.
Should we just go in for a debate? Straight up attack them at first, or
I think so.
I mean, they do have more health than us. Should we like? I mean, they have what, 7 more health than us.
Ooh, yes. Well,
Find the thing that protects our health then.
yeah, we could defend as early as possible then, I suppose. Yeah, that sounds good. Defending early to get that temp HP to help us out.
I think that would be probably pretty good at the moment.
That sounds good.
I could also mock to give
Disadvantage. That's not a bad idea.
disadvantage. I think honestly, disadvantage is probably a stronger defensive move overall.
Yeah, basically debates the attack move, mock is the attack and defend move, defend is
Yeah.
the defend move, and finish is the fuck you.
Okay, yeah, I think I'll go with mock.
Okay. And you're happy with that?
Lead.
Final answer, that's what you're choosing?
Yes.
Okay. I've chosen defend. So mock goes first, so go for it. What do you have to mock about order as a philosophy?
The limitations of order just the limitations that order places on oneself does not allow for growth and only leads to stagnation. And I guess I'll use persuasion.
Okay. And then your opponent is going to say, what did you get there? Oh, nice, 19. So you chose chaos, yeah?
Correct.
She'll say, without order, there can be no reason. Without reason, we cannot understand what history or life itself has to teach us. With the ramblings of chaos, we would fall into madness and never know the true power of magic or what life has to hold. And she's going to use... I think she's going to try insight for this. So, you... Oh, she would have had disadvantage, actually. Hold on. I'll roll again. Nice. Okay. So, you do 1d4 damage. And you debuff the enemy afterwards. So, I'm going to write this down. 3 points of damage. Very nice. You hear the crowd applaud you prospering, and then you get to step back. The enemy now has 28 health. I'll copy this as well, so it's... who's next?
I could go for Prismari.
Okay, go for it. And the Prismari student steps forward. What school are you choosing?
Expression.
Okay. Then they say, then I will choose perfection. And I gotta choose a move now. So they get shit. Hold on, they had 5 temp HP that round because they chose to defend. So actually, it was that's annoying. Should be the next round maybe. Then that stops. No, it has to be. Fuck. Okay, that's just the rock paper scissors of it. So sorry, they still have 31 because I'm bad at this.
Wait, but mock happens first, so that doesn't. So how does? Sorry, I'm a little confused then. So what is the point of why things are going earlier than others if it doesn't actually impact?
Yeah, sorry, that is what it's supposed to be. Yes, yeah. Thank you. That is what it's supposed to be.
Roll initiative.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because the initiative is based on that, just like it was in the travel game we've done. Okay.
Yeah, make it based on the charisma score outcome. Driver X has a +8.
That's too much more maths. This is honestly fine. I just forgot it.
Okay.
Basically, defend is supposed to like give you help overall if you're good at it, but really just to buff you against a finish move. That's it. So you can't use mock this time, and I can't use defend. So I'm going to. No, I've got to choose first because it's like you're supposed to go like rock paper scissors, but there's no really way to do that with the DM listening in on what you're all saying.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna choose one. Go for it.
I'll make a debate.
Well, I'm up this round.
After you.
Okay. That's kind of the question. Do I debate or do I defend? It's really my options.
I will be debating, is what I plan to do. So you can plan with that in mind.
The thing is that I'm thinking of though, they're not going to go for finish because we don't have any health down. They just defended, so they can't defend this time, which means they're going to mock or debate. And if I do defend, that happens afterward. So it would make sense to do debate here. Even though it does leave us open to take damage, but I feel like they might, like if they do mock, then I have disadvantage. Well.
What do the rest of you think? Wyatt, Jess?
Yeah.
Prospering?
I say debate. Makes sense.
Okay. Go to debate.
Alrighty. I will use.
Yeah.
Wait, which skill did you use?
I used persuasion.
Okay, well I think you had to have used performance, but they're probably the same modifier, so.
Charisma.
Right? Because mock persuasion is on that list.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
Sorry.
It's fine, honestly.
I mean,
you still won anyway, so if you want performance, you can do performance. Or what else?
I would have used deception then. I have the same score in deception, so we
cool.
can just say
Let's say you use that then.
Okay, great. Because I was going to use persuasion.
Okay. So you're using
anyway.
Debate.
Yes, I'm using debate.
They're gonna go for finish.
What?
Oh no.
So go ahead and use your debate.
Yeah, it was
It might not finish us, but do a lot of
yeah, it's gonna do a lot of damage. That's not good. Well, all right. So I just go through it.
Yeah, you just. So what side are you choosing? Sorry, you said you were
Yes,
choosing.
I'm choosing expression. So Dravrex is going to say, the idea of reaching or striving for perfection is a flawed outlook. It is not a possible thing to achieve, and getting as close to it will only bring those pain and of that failure. But expression, really understanding what moves you, what is a driving force in your life, what is your passion, that is what we're all here for. That is why one would come to Strixhaven, why one would come to learn. It's not to perfect themselves, it's to be able to express themselves to the best of their ability. There's a difference. And I think it's an important one to make.
That's pretty good. If you didn't have advantage, actually, you'd have had it with that one. So go. Then it's my one. Your opponent steps forward, and they say, "If expression is not what we strive to achieve, then it is merely the stepping stone to the ultimate goal, which is perfection. You say perfection is not something we can achieve," and they begin like weaving fire and ice around them. "You say that it is simply a waste of time to chase such an ephemeral goal. Well, I will tell you, perfection is for the strong, perfection is for the mighty. It is what makes us all do better, be better, try and reach for more than we are. If you wish to sit in your simple forms of expression, like a child coloring around their hand and saying this is art when it is merely a handprint, you will never achieve true beauty." And like she erupts ice and fire, fireworks as she goes to finish you. Go ahead and roll your persuasion check, and she's got to do performance. 18. Oh God! Okay. So you won that one. You didn't beat her by
Maybe
5.
the gods are with
So it's
us.
just 1d4 damage, but they didn't get you at all because they did not succeed. And you now have advantage against them next round.
I'm beginning to believe in our god.
2 damage. Okay. So at the end of round 2, if I can keep on. Who's going next, by the way?
I think Seymour said he wanted to go.
Yeah.
Someone could go right now, that'd be cool, but I could go.
Sure.
Well, do you need? I don't think you need the advantage, right?
No, I'll go without it, but who else wants it?
Yeah, give Sven the advantage. Yeah, that.
Advantage then.
So it's Sven again, sorry? I can't quite hear.
Oh, then.
Sven is.
Okay.
Sven. Okay, cool. I'm just prepping some noodles.
Sven, what school are you going to choose?
Substance.
Oh, so you're going for Quandrix, okay.
Yeah.
Substance is it dark-sided or light-sided? Light-sided. Okay, cool. Go for it, Sven. Step up to the mark, and the Quandrix student will go against you. You know that these are all second and third years. No, sorry, they're all second years going against you as well.
This seems unfair.
It's yeah, rite of passage. Okay. So I need to choose my move. Okay. Got it. Sven, what are you going to choose? What do you and the group think you should do next?
How much damage have we done to them?
5 damage total.
Alright, there's no way I can do a finish, so I'm gonna do a debate.
Okay.
I just debated, so
Oh,
Yeah.
so what am I left with?
mock,
Discord.
defend, finish.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at the chart, I just wanted to... So I can mock or I can finish?
Or defend.
Or, oh, okay. So it's just 2 in a row, not like 2, I get it now.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will do mock.
Solid.
Okay, so Sven
Okay.
will say,
Hold on. So you're
Okay.
choosing mock. I'm going to go for defend. That's fine. So yeah, you go first because you've chosen mock.
okay,
So-
so should I?
Yeah. So how do you mock theory or sorry, which one did you choose again?
I chose substance, so I'm mocking theory.
You're mocking theory. Yep. So how do you mock theory? And think about what skill you're going to use to do this as well, because you want to role play to match the skill.
I don't know how to role play insight when I'm mocking someone.
Well, insight, yeah. I mean, you look kind of into their character and you find things about them, like why. Insight's very much about like body language or things that would make it personal, or why, in general, people who look for the theory side of things, like what about them does it make the entire theory weaker?
Okay. It seems to me that theory is something that one embarks upon when they are incapable of
Nice.
actually applying to substance. I believe I have heard it said that those who cannot do teach.
Nice. I think that's witty. Yeah. I think you get advantage on that one. And then before you roll, I'm gonna have my go at doing substance, and he'll say, "Yeah, well, if without theory, then there wouldn't be any substance in the first place. I mean, you have to think about what you make before you make it, or am I looking at somebody who? I'm probably looking at somebody who just makes rubbish. Is that right?" The crowd don't seem too thrilled then. So yeah, you roll with advantage, and
But I have disadvantage from exhaustion, so I'm just
yeah,
rolling
so it
normally.
cancels out.
And I will be adding my
How'd you
my
get
D4
exhaustion?
D4, yeah.
My
So-
D4 from Draverax and my D4 from my friendship with Grayson.
Hell yeah! So add 2d4 into the situational bonus category on the roll check. Okay. Oh, wait, they would have gotten the. That was good. I need to re-roll because I keep on fitting to the thing. Not that it matters anyway. It would have been the 7 or the 3. And then you won, so do a d4 damage then. And you win that round. So that's another 3 wins in a row.
And
4
Sven,
damage.
as Sven like takes a step back, like just gently polishes his fingernails on his apron and says, maybe if you want to talk about things somebody else has made, you should take a look first.
Way nice. So there's got them down to 22 now. These first years really have been getting around a lot. It's good to see that your experience is helping you, but in these final couple of rounds, I think as Silver Quill students can show you what it's really like to give a debate. Who reviews? Who's going next?
I shall.
Okay.
All right. Silver Quill. Gulp. He bows to the opponent.
You just hear a scoff of laughter. I'm going to... Okay, I've chosen mine. Go ahead and choose yours.
Well, I was gonna use Arcana to debate them. So, debating with Arcana. Let's see. Unless you guys think I should just take a much milder whack at performance with a finish. I can do that. I can do performance with a finish. What do you guys think? I can make a stronger debate. I'm a much stronger
What
debate.
school are you choosing first, sorry?
Silver Quill.
You mathematically cannot reduce them to 0, so that would probably
And-
not be.
Which school of thought? Radiance or Shadow?
Say again, Benj.
Which school of thought? Radiance or Shadow? What are you arguing in favor of?
Seymour's kind of a duality character. For the Shadow, I guess,
Okay.
is how he usually debates. So,
Cool. Go. So you now got to choose which type of move you're doing. I've chosen mine. So, what are you doing?
debate.
Okay. And then we have a tie here.
Okay. Are we like Godzilla? We lock together in a big beam attack, and I need backup from my friends.
So what are you? Like what? You remember the skill that you got to try and use? This music is honestly throwing me off. That's why I've just like lost the plot all of a sudden. Sorry. So much in that song that just, yeah. That's good.
I understand that.
So you've
that one
chosen-
goes like do 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 do.
Yeah, it's a lot happening, and I'm like, my brain is melting here. So there's two tied. So we're gonna now make an intelligence check each to see who goes first.
Okay.
I was gonna have intelligence be the thing that did initiative in the first place, but
Save or a modified?
just an
Ability
intelligence check. Yeah.
Ability modifier then.
Yes.
17.
Okay. You can choose to go first or second in this one.
We go first.
Okay, then start arguing for Shadow. Well, what was like debate is like why your school's sort of better or whatever.
Why school is
Why is Shadow better than Radiance?
okay. The Shadow is a simple check to the radiance itself. The shadow like displaces itself and is like always there. It has always been, and it will forever be. But the radiance, it is wonderful, like in its own way. But like truly, if you look at the radiance, the longest shadows are cast by some of the strongest lights. He looks over, like, kind of back over at Draverax.
Okay.
Anyway,
So, insight was used before, I believe. Or no, hold on. What was used before?
Arcana, though.
Sven used insight. So, what do you want to use here?
Love to use Arcana, personally.
Go for it.
Talking about magics and
Yeah.
more debating the philosophy of things.
I've got to do my roleplay first. So I'm like, this is new to me, so I'm still not totally hot the order.
Yeah, I'll see what the role is.
They
if I
say.
may.
Well,
Or I'll wait.
roleplay. Yeah. 1 sec.
I'll wait.
So is that the end of your roleplay? Yeah.
Yeah, he stands upright. He sits on the very edge of his floating disc. It kind of like bobs a little bit, but keeps him upright.
Okay.
I'm not making a mock, but take your time.
She says, "You seem confused. Wait, are you arguing for shadow or radiance?" She looks to Nils, and Nils just shrugs. The kind of audience seems to like laugh, kind of unsure at who though. You seem to have thrown a nice confusing curveball there. And she says, "Sure. So, radiance. I was radiance, right? Oh, it's like totally wow. And with radiance, it casts a light on people's doubts, and you can convince them about the strength of your argument. And with shadow, it's hiding in the corners of things. It's being deceptive. It's not the way that we want to go about life. I mean, really, do you want to truly say that at the end of the day, it's from these long shadows radiance causes that you want to have society ruled in? You want to have magic governed in? No, it's about the light that magic can bring, and how truth can help our society, and how positivity makes us go forward, not look backwards. With shadow, you're constantly lurking in the dark and cold, and it's just gross. But with radiance, you can burn all of that away to reveal a much brighter, better future. So we're now going to roll off. So remember who's got the D4 is Aegon. So you've just got a flat roll on this, am I correct? Or did you have any exhaustion or anything?
I didn't have any exhaustion marked, I don't think.
Okay, so there was nothing additional to your roll, correct? That I'm forgetting.
No, just
Okay.
a straight roll, I think.
Let's do
Arcana.
it then. Hell yeah.
My Arcana versus...
I cannot roll for shit today. Oh my gosh. So we both do
We're
a
both
D4
struggling.
of damage each to each other. I don't think I've rolled above a 10, honestly, this entire thing.
So Benji, I'm considering a multi-class into Rogue
Nice.
next time I level up. Or I might just
Roll
click
me a
the level
D4
5.
hun first. Sorry.
Absolutely.
Just conscious of the
Because,
time.
man, moments like this make me think that I want expertise so badly.
Oh yeah.
I get a 1 on the D4, of course.
Yeah, expertise will give you double on the presence.
Exactly. I'm like,
so
all
they're at
these things would be
25.
like double.
And you lot are at 20. Wait, they were at 25. They were at. Hold on, I've scrolled too far back.
You're at 22.
Thank you. The one time roll 20s would be better. And so at 21. because you did 1 damage. Okay. Last but not least, Aegon.
Oh god. You just see Aegon absolutely dreading this whole process. What,
Not to say again.
Am I supposed to
guys,
fight?
what do I do?
Am I supposed to debate you both, or are you going to step back, Seymour?
Seymour, I think I stand where you stand.
He does like
Yep.
a little. He doesn't take any steps. He just slides
Nice.
across the floor.
Guys, what do I do?
You
got
debate
Witherbloom.
me,
Got this.
Aegon. And Seymour, you step back. I've had enough of you rummaging around in places you shouldn't be. Mina says to you.
I'm gonna find where you keep the good drinks.
Plot twist, there are none.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm here for Witherbloom.
I might like
Uh,
Mina, actually.
I guess I am too. I'm looking forward to this. Aegon, you'll do great.
I hope so.
Not better than me, but you'll do it better than your companions, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna argue for decay.
Okay. Which is. Okay. so
We are
can-
on the debuff, the enemy debuff train, and I'm living.
Yeah, there's
for it.
4 debuffs and 1 buff so far. Go for it.
So what did Seymour just do? Did he just mock them, or what was it?
He debated.
I debated with
Yeah, debated.
Arcana.
Oh, I gotta choose mine.
Arcana defense. Or
Okay.
debate.
I've chosen mine, go for yours. What are you gonna choose?
God. I'm gonna defend.
Okay.
Yep.
So think of the skill you want to use. I'm gonna choose a finish.
Oh, good choice.
And so you gotta go first, Aegon. How are you defending decay?
Ah, so out of character, I kind of want to insight and play into Mina's emotions about death and decay.
Jesus. Okay. Fucking hell.
Yeah, so, and just as like,
Remember though, you're trying to make the audience think decay is better. So you can trash Mina or make her scared or whatever as much as you want, but it has to make decay look better than growth to the audience.
right. So in that, Aegon's also, I mean, this is just flavor, but Aegon's going to use Druidcraft to create a little pile of ash in their hands,
Okay.
and out of ash is going to bloom a little flower.
Cute. Very cute. Sounds like performance so far, but keep going.
Yeah, it is performance so far, but we'll get there. So, there's a lot of stigma around decay, and living on a farm, I've seen quite a bit of it for a long time, and I used to fear it. It plays into that fear. It plays into the unknown, and it makes one feel as if they have no control over it, as if it just takes away, and we forget that in death, and this is when the little thing happens, in death there is life, and oftentimes cycles need to repeat themselves, and in order to make something even more beautiful and better. We forget that as we leave behind those that are mourning someone or something that we've lost, and I know I've certainly done that quite a few times, but there's always a point where death will give more than it takes.
I think that was actually like insight, but in a more like introspective way, and I think that was quite sweet.
Okay.
Good job.
Yay.
That was nice. You can have advantage on this one.
Oh, thank God.
Hopefully it does.
I think the crowd are quite pleased with that. Mina's gonna say, "Oh, Hagen, that's pretty sweet. It's just a shame that Decay really. You've just argued for growth overall, though, because it's Decay might be a foundation for things, but it's through growth that we see that beauty. Decay is but the death of it, a pale shadow. It is through growth that we may better ourselves, may be more than we were before, but decay inevitably leaves us, well, dead. And whilst there are a few that seem to manage whilst walking around dead, she says, looking at Seymour, and getting in other people's business, it is most of the time through growth that we better ourselves. Decay can't learn because it is gone. Decay will never change its ways. It can only degrade itself. Growth is better in all forms. She's going to use... You what, sorry?
I said I will debate you on this any day outside of this game.
Nice. She's going to use Persuasion.
Okay, I'm gonna do
Okay,
insight
so
then.
you're first because you're defend, so go ahead and roll.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's a 10.
You got a
Hey,
D4.
Oh, I have a D4.
Yeah.
D4. Then come on, buddy. Oh well.
It's a 12.
I guess, yeah. Of course.
Oh!
Of course.
Okay, so you take 16 points of damage.
Jesus.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Fucking Christ.
What were they on?
Ugh. I have no idea.
It's just right before. It's
21.
21. And you're on 20.
We're on 4
You
now.
had 5, so you're on 25 then, and then minus 16 is 9.
Cool.
And that was a finish, so Aogen's next check is made with advantage, right?
Yeah, but this ends after 5 rounds, the specific one, as I said at the start.
Yep.
And with that, the debate is over. Nils smiles at all of you and says, "That's a pretty valiant effort overall. I'm quite impressed with you. I've heard you call yourselves Trunk Gang, is that right?"
Accurate.
Well, I look forward to seeing what you can come up with in the future. Which one of you's joining Silverquill?
I had an interest in the class.
Good. I look forward to seeing you, especially, well, I'm a professor of Radiance, but I'll be interested to see what you come up with for, if you pursue the schools of Shadow more.
We'll have to see.
Okay. So I'm going to need this. At the end, no, the downside of finish was never actually possible, but it was possible the last time I chose it and you did get advantage for it. If they hadn't have won the check, then they wouldn't have gotten the damage either. So, y'all are going to get... I need 4 dice rolled, please. Can everyone who won their thing roll... Oh, what do I need? Yeah, I need a D4
ready.
from all of you, please, apart from Aegon.
I rolled 2d4 for some reason.
Okay. I'll take whatever the one
I
on the
asked-
left was.
I have something to ask the
What
Silver
do you
Quill, but
Okay, so 1. So 4 total. 8 total. 11. I got... What? No, you're good. No, you're fine. 11. Oh, and that I roll high. Cool.
Well, you obliterated my roll, so
Who went in round 3?
Then
Sven. Okay. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Two. You finish that, and Nils makes a portal next to him, and you all have the opportunity to go through it. And that is where we're going to end today's session, because I think that brings us up to the 4 hours. So I'm just going to end the stream there, and yeah, I'll be right back. That's the end of today's session. It was interesting to try out some social